Go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. Better see with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. Better see with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go.
Don't miss Fight Night. Every Tuesday night, Will Morgan and Josie Haney break down the hottest topics of the week across combat sports, including UFC, boxing, WWE, AEW, and more. Past episodes are available on youtube.com/The Sports Report Podcast, and each episode will air again Thursday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern on West Coast Radio. Don't miss Fight Night. Tune in or tap out. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hardwood with Stacks and Little Dick. Back for the first time here in about a month. Got playoffs, got the NBA. Josie's here. It's exciting. I'm going to go ahead and bring Stacks on.
We are back.
We're back, man.
We are fucking back. What's up?
Just in the nick of time.
Oh, absolutely. This is the
Love
perfect
in the
time,
nick of
man.
time.
This is the time.
Did you ever hear that Bonnie Taylor track there, Stacks? Love in the nick of time.
I have heard that song. Yes, sir. I caught that one. Look at you.
Bon Iver does a masterful cover. Check it out sometime. A good acoustic cover of it.
It is nice.
Bon Iver, Justin Vernon, one of my favorite musicians. Check it out. It's very good. And just like Bonnie Taylor, Bonnie Raitt, actually, right? Bonnie Raitt would be who it is.
I believe so.
We're back in the nick of time for the Lakers. I mean, who's even good in the West now?
Ooh, I don't know. We're gonna get into that, but I am nervous for the old Phoenix Suns, Dan. Nervous.
Right?
Nervous.
I mean, if Tony was here to defend himself.
A lot of minutes, Dan. A lot of minutes being played on those bodies.
I just constantly feel like they're going to fucking choke it away.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's one of those things, Dan. I mean, it's literally what I just said. I mean, no bench. I mean, Landry Shamet really hasn't done a whole lot for him. I mean, when Durant coming off an injury is playing 44 minutes, I mean, Devin Booker playing out of his fucking mind. Dude's a scorer straight up. I mean, we already knew that, but he's just solidifying it here now. I mean, granted, it helps to have the running mate and Kevin Durant, and you already knew what you were going to get from Russell Westbrook. Not Russell Westbrook, Chris Paul. We'll get into Russell Westbrook because me and you are Russell Westbrook dudes, and I want to hit on that because a lot of people were shitting on his grave this year, and he came out and balled.
And then KD and Chris Paul came out in that interview and just totally agreed with us. They were just like, "Yep,
absolutely."
And Chris Paul literally said, "If you don't know anything about basketball, you talk shit on Russell Westbrook."
Absolutely.
And I was like,
and
"Duh!"
So,
I was like, "What the fuck?"
So that's like half our That's like half our sphere. In the world, in social media. So
before we move any further, let's bring on El Presidente here. She is the leader of this off the rails, just
band of misfit toys.
Whatever this is.
Boy, Josie, I feel bad for you. The Rockets introduce Ime and one player shows up. How's that feel?
How many players really do show up to those press conferences? Honestly,
I have to agree.
I'm just saying, if it's a LeBron-led team, they're all there. Am I right, Dan?
But also, Dan, you might agree with me. If there's one guy on the Rockets that you think is probably like kind of teacher's pet, like I'm going to be the guy that shows up to every meeting, I'm at everything, like I'm bleeding the Rockets while I'm on this team, it's Kevin Porter Jr.
I mean, at least it would show they're bought in, though, Josie. That's my thing. Show they're bought in. They like the hire.
He's bought into that team even while they've been shitty. I will give him that. Give him that.
Yes.
In his mind right now, there is nothing else but taking the Rockets to a championship.
Well, we know that.
I love that.
We know that all Ime Udoka. We know that all Ime Udoka was concerned with was how many interns were at the press conference. So that's all he really cares.
Left over here off camera, guys. If you could keep him to the left off camera.
He just looks over. He's like, "You got a lot of spunk, don't you?"
Yes.
After Sports Report on Monday, I did some looking, and there's a lot of people touting that this was a good pick. Like he was one of the better free coaches available at the time.
1,000%. It's a no-brainer for the Houston Rockets. Yeah.
I didn't hear, but Dan, I didn't hear anything about the intern things from anybody but you.
Right. Yeah. I mean, dude. Why do you think the Rockets got him? Why do you think the Rockets got him? That's such a good pickup for them.
Thought he was going to end up in Toronto.
I'm going to end up with Toronto. No offense, Josie, but like a better job.
Like they thought he was going to get a bigger job.
I take no offense to that. You go from a team that was right on the cusp of the playoffs in Toronto, right on the cusp, to literally the worst team in basketball the last 2 years.
Have you ever seen The Ides of March, the movie The Ides of March?
Yeah.
Okay, so literally he tells him, and he's a politician. The guy's it's George Clooney, he's a politician, and he fucks an intern. And the guy's talking to him. It's Ryan. What's his name?
Gosling.
Yeah.
Gosling.
And he's like telling him, he's like you can bomb people, you can have people killed. He's like, you can do all these things. He goes, but you can't fuck the interns.
Fuck the intern.
Yeah, like that's the one thing that you can't do when you're a politician. And being an NBA coach is a lot like being a politician. And like he could have done all these things underneath the fucking rug, except for you can't fuck an intern or anybody who works with you. She wasn't even an intern. She was actually his kind of superior at the time. Or like his not really a superior because he's a coach, but like kind of like she was a fucking like executive.
She was front office where he's the coach.
Yeah,
they were at least on the same level. If she probably had the ability to tell him to do stuff.
At least like she wasn't gonna be able to he wasn't gonna be able to be like, yeah, you're just fired because I don't want you to come out with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't like, I don't think it was one of those kind of things.
It's not like you were sleeping with a trainer.
Well, yeah, and Ime's probably got that fuck game going. Who knows? He looks like a weird dude. His name's Ime.
I'm excited to see what this does. Silas was obviously not the guy. He wasn't the guy.
But then again, I don't know. I mean, either way, that coach prior was a stepping stone to the next guy until they're ready to go.
I mean, we've been terrible. We've been bad since Harden left. Like, there's been no team since Harden left. And so even Ime has to know he's coming in, and it's at least 3 years before we're –
if that.
I would say 3 years to a playoff contention, 4 to 5 years to even in a conversation of a championship, and some crazy things. And this is coming from a fan. Some crazy things would have to happen. We'd have to have some
for you
crazy
purposes.
trades.
They better hope they get there faster than that, though.
I was gonna say, Stacks, I'm gonna agree with you on that because literally it's got to be. He cannot make it next year.
It's not overnight, but I mean. It's got to happen.
He cannot make it next year. He can have a bad year next year. They can win 30 games, but year after that, he's got to have him in the plan. That's or it's done. That's how long you have.
Facts.
I would say next year, what the Rockets front office is looking for from him is a winning season.
I don't know if it's him, Josie. I think they're looking at those young players saying, "Okay, what moving pieces do we have?"
Jalen Green, get your fucking head in the game.
Yep.
And Dan, it's like we talked. They've got they have already the most lotteries balls in the lottery, and then they traded to get more balls in the lottery.
Yep.
And so
they
just Wembanyama.
Putting themselves in a position to at least get a guy.
But it's like we've said on multiple occasions, they need a vet. They need someone.
Could be Harden, Josie.
Cares, not John Wall.
Not gonna lie to you.
They need a vet who actually cares and wants to be the glue to bring these young guys together. Not John Wall.
Josie has said that, by the way, that Harden's probably going to be the guy, or he wants Harden to be the guy, which makes sense. And like, what the fuck? Who was their center before this? I can't. God damn it, Clint Capella. That would have been perfect, dude. That would have been perfect. He's not there.
Even though we like to shit on him, Pat Bev could have been a good vet.
Better. But
I don't. He wants to be on a playoff team though. Pat Bev does.
And that's why Bev left.
Yeah, for sure.
Look at Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon was the last guy of that Harden era team to leave just this season. And he was so over and just pissed and just every negative connotation of the Rockets by the time he left. And
he don't
probably
give a fuck.
Should have been out 2 years ago.
There's an Eric Gordon from Fall City where me and Stacks are from, by the way.
There is.
Eric Gordon's way cooler than NBA Eric Gordon. Because Eric Gordon would have gave a shit about that Rockets team. Telling you right now, but he's a 5'8" white guy from Nebraska, so he's not ever going to play in the NBA.
But I did want to mention, I know we're in the playoffs yet, but my
shout out to Eric Gordon.
Play a little bit of did want to play a little bit of a spoiler right there at the end of the season, and made Memphis really work for that clinch.
Oh God, if that's what point you're at, Josie, with your team, where they're like, boy. They're working on these playoff teams.
Literally, that is the only thing I have to be happy about.
You have Jalen Green.
I think Josie. The only question I have was, did Memphis play their starters that game? That's the only question
I have no idea.
Ja was probably at a strip club or beating up a teenager.
Allegedly.
I beat up a teenager. If Wembanyama gets in, he can beat up another teenager. Look at that.
But yeah,
they need to get. So they have Jalen Green, they have Kevin Porter. There's pieces there. Okay, they have
Jabari Smith,
Usman Garuba. That they're big man. If they get Wembanyama or they get Scoop,
dude, fucking Scoop's gonna be a dude. Dan, we've probably already been saying it, but Scoop is gonna be a dog.
We've sort of touched on it.
He's going to be a dog, Dan.
Yeah.
Dog.
Scoop's legit. Scoop reminds me of a Derrick Rose type. Scoop is a lot like a Derrick Rose dog.
Don't put that name on him. You're going to jinx the man. Don't put that name on him.
I mean, to have the talent of Derrick Rose, you know how many guys would fucking take that shit and the whole career of Derrick Rose?
Don't get me wrong. I love me some D Rose. I think the man is fabulous. But his body just can't stay healthy. He'd have multiple rings if the body would just stay healthy.
You're also not meant to jump that high and be that explosive, like really ever. Like that.
Still not to Russell Westbrook. He's still doing it though.
I mean, Westbrook's still doing it, but
he's a
Westbrook.
Unicorn, though. That motherfucker's a unicorn.
Westbrook's a different kind of athlete as far as like speed and quickness. But that guy's still fucking got it. By the way, it's still there, dude. I said it when he was in the Lakers.
In case anybody forgot, me and Dan told everybody.
We did. He's still there.
Still fucking had it. And
he had 37.
He next year, Dan, he can go to a team and do this exact same thing.
He's a good piece.
Fantastic.
I gotta say, I wouldn't mind to see Westbrook back on the Rockets without Harden. Make it Westbrook's team.
That ain't happening. Sorry, Josie.
No, Jalen.
Sorry,
Josie. I'm just saying that's
at this
late
stage.
You're not wrong. That's the type of vet though that we need. That's the type of guy that we need.
Unfortunately, the only team that Russ Westbrook didn't work with was the fucking Lakers. Like that's the only team that he wouldn't work with because it's so weird in that locker room, dude. And it's not weird now.
False, though. The Lakers need him.
Yes, they absolutely do.
They need that mentality, 1,000%.
But here's the thing, dude. I don't know if they do. They need him on the floor, right? Okay, so like on paper, yes, they clearly fucking need Russ Westbrook. In the locker room, they don't. Like he made it so weird. Like he just made it so weird because everybody was talking about it, and like I think that Russ buys into a lot of that shit. Like, even though he'll say he doesn't like after games and stuff, I think he buys into a lot of that shit. Like, oh, well, LeBron doesn't want me here and all this stuff. Like, I think he actually buys into that stuff. Like, cause it's probably hard not to when people are just telling you that LeBron doesn't want you there the whole time. Like, you're going to fucking start believing it eventually. And like, it was just such a weird situation. Like they definitely need him on paper. There's no doubt about it. But his energy is huge. His energy is huge. When we're going to fucking Austin Reeves as a third scorer at this point, I mean, D'Angelo Russell is playing well, but like he's not fulfilling that third scorer.
He's not at that level of score that they thought they were getting. And I could have told you that when they got his ass. I didn't think it was going to do much for him. Granted, I will retract some of our statements, Dan, that we've been saying lately. Anthony Davis has been playing well. Anthony Davis has been playing well tonight, especially. Tonight especially.
He had
for sure.
When I looked at the third quarter, he had like 24 and 14 or something like that.
Yeah, 24-14. He's been a menace on the defensive side of the ball. I mean,
I'm just waiting for him to jump up and block a shot and land on somebody's ankle. I'm just wait. It's gonna happen.
Did you see earlier, Dan? He landed on his back.
There's no way
did the other night. But he got up.
How about in the fucking game the other night? Like, was it game 2? He fucking literally looked at the sideline and went, I can't fucking feel my arm. And I was like, what in the fuck is happening with this dude? Like, how do you, how? Like, that happens rarely. That happens fucking so rare for just in a basketball game to like just lose feeling in your extremities. Like, and Anthony Davis seems to do it.
Hits the floor.
Once every 3 games. Doesn't feel an extremity.
I swear.
Every time his body lands on the floor and he's laying down, your heart stops.
I go like this.
A beat. For real.
I swear he's a freak of nature in the fact that yes, he's a stellar athlete. He's gonna go down as probably top 50 at some point in the NBA all time. Somewhere in there.
Depending on his logs.
I'm living a big gap because I'm not really sure.
Well, but like right now, yes, you're completely right. I mean, I think he's top 50 talent of all time. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Like, you can see it on the floor.
It's just the durability of the issue.
His body is built like his body is like someone like me, like who isn't physically fit.
Somebody equated it to like sandpaper the other day.
Is clumsy as fuck. Who, if they fall down, I promise y'all, and Dan knows this because he's been with us long enough to know. I fall down, I'm coming up hurt. Like the last time
it's a back or a ham. It's a hammy.
I fell down and broke my clavicle. Like
back.
I break things. I'm also 6'6", 260 pounds. So there's a lot of mass here. Just like those fucking football, just like most basketball players.
See, that's what I don't get though.
It's not. That shit hurts. But as an athlete, your body takes it. Davis doesn't seem to.
That's what I don't get though. Is there at some point he's like, I can't help but think he got paid and just doesn't want to really do it anymore. Like now he's okay. Yeah. Now he's okay because he's got LeBron still. But if you're putting all the pressure on Anthony Davis, like, hey, AD, you need to carry us to the playoffs. No. He doesn't have the drive for that. There's nothing left for him.
I don't necessarily know if that's quite fair though. At the same time, he also was with the Pelicans. Granted they had DeMarcus Cousins when he was there. They had DeMarcus Cousins when he was there,
still the guy.
And they made a run. I know, and they made a run. But it all goes back to durability and healthy, and whether or not he's healthy. Because I think when healthy, I mean, you've seen it like during these playoffs, like he can go. Like he's hustling after things. Like even though he's falling down and he's getting injured, like he's still getting up. He's getting after it. In the bubble. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. No, you're good. Go for it.
In the bubble, he was every bit as important to that title as LeBron James was. That was
1,000%.
That was like, and he was healthy the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Defensively is really where he fucking shows up, like, because he's
100%.
like he doesn't take over ball games offensively. He's comes off pick and rolls. If they just run pick and roll,
the exception of the series, if you ask me.
Right. If they just do pick and rolls with LeBron and him or D'Angelo Russell and him the whole time, like that's so unstoppable. And for some reason, Darvin Ham and his shoulder guy, fucking forehead, don't run pick and roll. You know what I'm talking about, Josie? Shoulder guy from Family Guy. Andy.
Yes.
Andy, was it fucking God damn it, I can't remember his name. Andy.
I can't remember. I know
Andy Garcia. It's Andy Garcia from he's got the shoulder. It's like him normal, and he's got the little shoulder guy. He's like, yeah, shoulder guy wants some action. He's like, suck on my tooth. Suck on my tooth. That's Darvin Ham's forehead thing. It's like Chris's pimple.
But he's not that guy, because look at what happened in this first game, this first series. There were some people that saying that LA wasn't going to win this game or win this whole series. There were people that were saying it was definitely going to.
I thought they were going to win this series. I thought a lot of people were putting a lot of faith in the Grizzlies after all this turmoil with the gun
this is the thing. Yeah. This is what really turned the tide for LA. when remind me of his name, Dan, because I keep wanting to say Devin Booker, and I know that's not right. The guy
Anthony Davis?
No, the guy.
Oh, John Morant.
No, the other one that was talking shit.
Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks.
Oh yeah, Dylan Brooks.
When Dylan Brooks came out and started talking all that shit, it wasn't just LeBron that came alive in those games. The team,
it was the whole team. They rallied around it. That team loves LeBron, and they did. They rallied around him, and I think that's one of the reasons. Dan, I think it says it right down there, boys. Go James. Go James. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even notice that. I didn't even notice that. Let's get a snapshot.
I told you, Dan, I am on the Go James train now. I believe you.
It's easy. There. Once you start looking at the evidence, it's pretty easy.
And that's what I did. I went and I looked at the evidence.
Right. Yeah. But,
you don't need to look at evidence, Josie. You just need to watch LeBron for a little bit, and you'll figure it out real quick. That's the evidence right there. The fact that there ain't no numbers you need to look at.
The tone of the entire team, the entire LA Lakers team, changed when he made those comments. And I'm sorry, but we talked about it on the Sports Report, Dan, but I wanted to talk about it a little bit more because that game too, LeBron just made that dude his bitch.
Yeah.
See, I don't feel like he did, though. I don't feel like he did.
Dude, they were up 34-9.
But they didn't go one-on-one against each other, though.
Stacks, listen.
I'm just saying.
You saw the meeting.
Night, okay. The next
Think about how savage this is from LeBron, dude. This is how I saw it.
It was
LeBron came out before that game. Yes. And literally went up to him and was like, "Hey, bro, I just want to, let's smooth things over. Like, let's not fucking make this like about you and me, blah blah."
On TV.
Yes,
on purpose to get it on
right in front of everybody, right? And then he literally fucking what do you call it? Like he lulled Dylan Brooks to sleep is what he did. By fucking coming in there, and then he was like, "Hey, just fucking kidding. It's on." He's like, you're in the game now, bitch. It's fucking, we're going. Yeah. And like, he literally just, and Dylan Brooks was like, what the fuck? I thought you were all cool with me now. And like, just rolled him. So savage.
I mean, and then I'm waiting for tomorrow. I'm waiting for tomorrow night. I'm waiting for tomorrow night for Kobe to do it one more time in Memphis.
Kobe.
What?
I mean, hey, we'll bring him back.
It's all good, Josie.
The LeBron that I'm seeing,
Kobe, LeBron, what's the difference?
Some serious Kobe flashes.
If you're gonna,
who?
Well, yeah, in a completely different way.
In a completely different way, but it's still that attitude, that Mamba mentality is you can see it.
He does it in a different way is the thing. Like that's why people hate LeBron.
It's not quite this. Yeah, it's not quite that killer mentality.
Will always be known as kind of the nice guy of basketball because he is. That's why the conversation about the.
I don't know if he is. He talks a lot of shit, and he should.
He
should too.
But
he does. He should.
Compared to guys like Jordan, Kobe. He is a good guy. He's done a lot of things outside of baseball or outside of basketball that it makes him a good guy.
So like Kobe and MJ weren't friends with anybody that they played against. Basically, like when you played against him, like he wasn't going to be like dapping you up and shit. Like
look at Kobe in the
Pau Gasol
in the Redeem
Pau
team.
Gasol. This is exactly
thing. That's what I'm talking about. Sex.
That's it.
So going through his fucking chest.
Yeah. So LeBron has literally just done that. Like, so that's just been LeBron's thing. He's friends with those guys, but he still just fucking beats the shit out of them during the game. Like that's the whole thing. Like he is friends with those dudes, but like
you look at Jordan and Kobe and they'd be scowling and talking shit. You'll see LeBron dunk on somebody and then go joke with them.
Oh,
like
for
you'll
sure.
see that sometimes you'll see that smile depending on the guy, depending on the relationship.
Can somebody explain to me why Dylan Brooks didn't get a 1-game suspension after frapping LeBron in the nuts?
Clearly on purpose.
They can't say that.
Can somebody explain that?
It was 100, but
after Draymond Green
that was intentional. That was 100% intentional.
It's the Draymond Green move. That's actually the Draymond Green move. He acts like you got to act like you're putting your arms out to guard somebody, and then you massively overreact to one of their moves, and so your arms out there, and then you fucking. I used to do it all the time. I mean, I'm master at cheap shots, Like that's a cheap shot and a half. Like you cheap shot people like, but that's not what dude, Dylan Brooks is the worst player in the playoffs.
Oh my God.
He is the worst player.
You know what though? Go get your bag though. Go get your bag though, boy. However you can do it. Well, we don't talk about Patrick Beverley that way.
Patrick Beverley's one of the worst players in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I know, but people love Patrick Beverley though. That's the difference.
But that's Patrick Beverley's who Patrick Beverley is as a player. Like Dylan Brooks is trying to be an actual good basketball player and not just admitting.
I think he knows where he's at. I think that's just his way to be able to get him on the team.
No, because Memphis looks at Dylan Brooks from what I've seen, and again, I'm not as knowledgeable on basketball as y'all, but from what I've seen, Memphis looks at Dylan Brooks like number 2 to Ja and thinks that he's going to be a piece of the puzzle to get them there. And like Nick Wright broke it down. He is literally having one of the worst playoff series in history.
So that's the biggest thing with him. He doesn't.
He's just a guy that rallies them, in my opinion.
Yes, like he is their spirit, but they also in that whole thing, like because he does that, he still gets to take a bunch of shots, and he shouldn't be shooting as much as he does. But like they let it go because that's kind of the stuff that okay, so yeah, Dylan's working hard for us on the defensive end. We're going to give him some shots. He takes too many shots in that they give him too many of those. Like, hey, okay, well, let's you fucking. He shoots like 20% from fucking 3 and shit. Like, he can get hot. He's streaky as a motherfucker. That's why he's exactly like Pat Bev, dude. Like Pat Bev is streaky as fuck. Pat Bev might hit 3-4 in a row. It is the same guy.
It's the same guy.
Zach, do you really feel like that's how we see Dylan Brooks though? Because I don't think we do. I don't think that's like Josie. I have to agree with you. I don't think that's how Memphis sees Dylan Brooks.
No, it isn't.
So Desmond Bane is definitely there too. Like Desmond Bane is definitely their fucking.
Shit, he's their one most nights of Jaws.
Right.
I say some things to stick my foot in my mouth because I'm not as knowledgeable as y'all.
You're good. No.
I agree with you that he's like I wouldn't say he's number 2, but like they think of him as a pretty high scoring option. Yeah, they do. I mean, because they don't have anybody else.
I don't even know if they like him though. Like I honestly I don't know if any of those dudes actually like the guy.
I'm not talking about his teammates. I'm talking about the team, the coaches. They seem. I just don't I don't think a guy that has brought this much heat is getting that much attempts, like you said, Dan, without them someone up higher up liking this dude and thinking
he's trying to be Draymond, but he's Pat Bev.
Yes, he needs to take, if he's going to take on the persona, he needs to take on the full persona and just use his 6 fouls and shut the fuck up and stop shooting so many threes. Like that's like just be the whole, because I think Dylan Brooks himself thinks that he's a 3 option on that team and that he can score because he has scored 30 points in a game. He'll get hot, but like most of the time he's not consistent enough to be a legitimate scoring option on that team. He's just not. And plus, you know what bothers me about him? And this might bother a lot of people about him. He has like white dude hair.
Yes.
In cornrows. And it bothers me for some reason. I don't know why it bothers me, but like it bothers me.
Because he's not white, but it looks white and it makes you feel like he shouldn't have it.
Definitely half white. He's definitely either half white or he's native. A little bit because he's got the hair is very fine.
I think he's a little bit of the native. I think you're right, man. Yep.
Which it's got. I mean, cool hair, but like you should just rock it. Like, how awesome would it be if you just rocked it like down? You know what I'm saying? Like just straight native style, like straight long hair, like shoulder length hair, just out there flopping around. Like that'd be fucking awesome. Just wear rock the headband, and you just be out there.
Well, have you seen what he looks like?
Shoots too much.
Oregon. Have you seen what he looked like at Oregon in comparison to what he looks like now?
He just had it shaved, didn't he? He didn't have any hair at all. Or is that?
I'm trying to remember, but
I forgot he went to Oregon.
Like yeah,
I forgot he went to Oregon.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Oh God. Yeah, dude. All right. Yeah, he looks. Yeah. Interesting. So all right. I see it. It's just a weird haircut though. I mean, that's maybe just why I'm just downgrading him.
Dan, I think he's just playing that persona. And good for him, man. Good for him to try and find his own niche and get his money. I enjoy it. And it not only that, it motivates the fucking Lakers. So I'm all about it.
Absolutely. Yeah, they rallied behind like you got like it backfired big time.
Yeah, dude.
It backfired big time. And
he
that's
said he's old. He said he's old.
he is old.
He is
He
old.
is
No,
old.
I know he is. I know he is. We're not telling any secrets.
He'll
here.
also whoop that ass like a fucking old guy at the YMCA, dude. Just
Right.
fucking tube socks to the knee, fucking elbow pads, shooting fucking free throw line jumpers that bank until you're dead, bro. They'll fucking fuck you up. They'll fuck you up and just move the ball. Bunch of dudes just moving the ball, fucking you up. Like that's how old LeBron is. He'll just, YMCA tube sock old, just fucking beating the shit out of you.
With
beating the shit out of you.
all over, Dan.
Yes, like double fucking elbow pads, like not even sweatbands, like actual elbow was like volleyball with like the pads and everything. And they got some gray fucking cotton shorts on, some cotton shorts, and just like a T-shirt that actually says YMCA 2004 on it.
It's
just
like
fucking
Will
slaughtering
Ferrell in
dudes.
that, what's that movie? Will
Semi-pro.
Ferrell with the basketball- Yeah, it's like Will.
This guy
Ferrell
plays
in
power
Semi-Pro.
forward on his own team. He's like, my favorite part of that whole movie, Stacks, is Will Ferrell's posting up, and he's like, give it to me here. And he passes it, and he's like, all right, no back. He's like, give it to me here. Give it to me here. And he does it like 4 times. And Will Arnett, the announcer's like, I bet my alleged son he doesn't make this. It's fucking, yeah. I bet my alleged son he doesn't make this. And he just fucking turns around. He like travels, makes it. Anyway.
Great question, real quick.
Great movie.
Greatest basketball movie of all time.
Semi-pro.
Ooh, greatest basketball movie of all time.
If you're going serious movies, then no.
If you're going serious, then
Okay, comedy,
then
then
no.
semi-pro. Serious movie, Dan.
Serious movies. Greatest basketball movie of all time?
Coach Carter.
There's a couple. I like Coach Carter. I'm not going to say.
That's 2. Go ahead.
Love and Basketball is fucking legendary.
Love and Basketball is fantastic.
Great movie.
That's
fucking
tops.
Coach Carter. Glory Road. Glory Road was one of the best.
Glory Road's got to be number 1 for real.
That was what I was going to say is number 1.
That's probably right.
Glory Road. There's just how Glory Road made the actual. I have a big problem with the gameplay in basketball movies looking fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And Glory Road did the best job of like making it look realistic. Like Coach Carter was okay.
Yeah.
They tried. Coach Carter.
Yeah.
They did. I think the issue with Coach Carter is they were trying to make it look real, but still trying to make it look kind of high school. Like,
for sure. It was like it was like and one mixtape. Like
right, but you got guys like
kids.
dunking it.
For
You
real,
got
like
guys
high school
windmilling it and shit. Like, yeah, that's not happening. Like they should have had a lot more layups.
Yeah.
Hoosiers obviously is up there.
Gene Hackman.
There's some legendary ones. Like
absolutely.
Obviously, since or Will would say that since we're creatures of the current, we wouldn't fucking put Hoosiers up there because anything that happened before 1999 doesn't matter.
Real quick, speaking of basketball movies, have y'all seen the trailer for the new White Man Can't Jump?
I have. Also, good basketball movie.
I don't know how I feel about it.
The new Adam Sandler one, I enjoyed.
That's good. With Anthony Edwards.
Yes.
Is that the one where he plays the coach?
He's a scout.
He's a scout.
Who is supposed to be the guy is supposed to be why can't I fucking think of his name now? There's an NBA player that's actually that the story's about who still plays. I can't remember his name, of course. But he's still plays. I mean, reminds me of Alec Peters, by the way, Stacks.
Oh, solid.
Almost like look
connection.
and everything. Like they kind of look the same. They play the same. Like that's the same body style. Like they're 6'9".
Alec might be a little bit thicker though.
Alex a little bit bigger.
A little bit.
Whiter.
A little bit. Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Alex super white. Alex super white.
100%.
I think he's Russian or something. Who knows?
Yeah.
Alec, I'm sorry if I'm fucking that up. Regular watcher of the show, Alec Peters. No. Also, hey, I got to give a shout out to my boy Josie. I sent it to the. I think I sent it to the Sports Report chat. Zeke Mayo, South Dakota State Jackrabbits, buddy. My first cousin
No,
Not a
you didn't
joke.
send that to the chat.
Okay, I've sent stuff about Zeke Mayo before, and you guys probably never watched it.
You talked about him before.
Yeah, he went from being a freshman, averaging 8.5 points. This is D1, dude. The Jackrabbits are D1, dude. They play they're in the Mountain Sky Conference. They fucking literally they play like, it's not UNC competition. I understand that, but he went from 8.5 points to 18.5.
I think UNO's in that league, aren't they, Dan?
UNO, UMKC. North Dakota State, who's a fucking perennial. North Dakota State's good at everything. They're D2 in football, but like obviously they, basketball you can play a little bit more up in your bracket. But I think he's up for Mountain Sky Player of the Year. So shout out to Zeke Mayo.
Shout out, yeah.
Got that fucking athletic talent from his boy down there. Passing some of that up.
The Pat Bev of Falls City High School basketball.
I'm going to say it was a lot me, a lot his black dad. I'm going to say it was a lot me, a lot the black dad. No, that's terrible. No, for real, though. Shout out to that. He balling. And he's a shooter. He's a shooter, which is the only way that this dude – I mean, I don't want to even talk shit on Zeke, but the only way he's probably going to make it in the NBA because he's not 6'9". Okay, he's about 6'1". Yes, she's gonna have to shoot the shit out of the ball. He's a 6'2", wiry, athletic point guard. But he's a good shooter, really good shooter. He was I think one of 2 players in the fucking Mountain Sky that led his team in fucking points, rebounds, assists, steals, block, fucking everything. Dude does it all. So
shout out.
Reminds me a little bit of Jeremy Lin.
Oh.
Not a joke.
Jeremy's got a ring.
Jeremy's got Linsanity, bro. If we get Zeke sanity.
I was just telling Dan before we went live. Lynn put up 50 the other night. He's in some league. I don't remember where it's at.
He's still playing?
He
Him
and his hair.
50 piece. Oh yeah.
Him and his hair are still playing. Him and his hair are still playing. So let's switch it up. So LA, to finish that series off, it's 3-2 now, right? That game's over officially. I didn't even fucking watch the end of it.
They'll win it. They'll win the series, I think.
They're going to take it back. They're going to go home, and if they don't, they're going to win in Game 7. I don't think that LeBron James is going to will them to a fucking series win in this.
Do we have? Oh yeah, that's right. You said the Nuggets.
Is this as far as they go, Dan?
It's Denver waiting.
Yep.
So I think that the hilarious part is they could definitely beat Denver. They could definitely fucking beat Denver. And they're going to do it's going to be AD. If AD stays healthy during that whole series, the Los Angeles Lakers are in the Western Conference Finals because AD is going to do enough defensively to Nikola Jokic to at least neutralize him somewhat. He's going to put up numbers. Nikola Jokic, there's going to be some games, Stacks, where it's 125, 127. And Nikola Jokic is going to have 38, 13, and 12. All right. But it's if you neutralize him enough that you're not down 15 with 4 minutes left to go. Right. I mean, that's basically all you have to do.
That's fair. Let's not forget you got to account for Jamal Murray. And then not only that they have some cast of people. So I hope Hachimura is ready for that because they have some dudes. Christian Braun can light it up. I'm blanking on
Aaron Gordon.
Aaron
Gordon is such a huge piece to that defensively because Aaron Gordon will be guarding LeBron for a lot of that series. Yep. So it's gonna be he's a huge thing. Aaron Gordon. If we get Bubble Murray, no. LA's done in the second in this. If we get Bubble Murray,
shit already looked like Bubble Murray. Granted, they were playing Timberwolves, but
I fucking hope he's not.
He looked like Bubble Murray for real though.
Real quick, we might as well cover it. Ant Edwards did not throw that fucking chair at anybody.
No,
I think Ant Edwards was moving that fucking chair out of the way because he was running full speed, and there's a fucking chair.
Definitely, definitely an errant move on his part. No need to do that. Number one,
but assault charges,
hey, get your money while you can get it. I think it's crazy. Don't
Don't get me
I
wrong,
think it's
Stacks. I'm
crazy.
filing a fucking lawsuit on Anthony Edwards like you would not fucking believe. Bro.
Fucking grazed your pant leg, and Dan's like, I'm down.
Talk about 24,000 witnesses I can call to the stand. Holy shit, dude!
Dan will be rolling around Fall City in a wheelchair the next day.
Absolutely, neck brace and all. Talking all Jewish and shit like, oh my God, it's a neck. And like fucking I will play that shit until Anthony Edwards hands me $375,000.
Fucking bleed him dry, dude.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't want all his money. I ain't going to get all his money. I'll take 300 grand. He could spare 300 grand.
That whole thing is bullshit.
It is.
A single soul.
He can't be throwing fucking chairs.
Though. Why would you throw the fucking
chairs?
That's his own fault.
Can't be throwing fucking folding chairs.
Can't be throwing chairs, but
in the heat of the moment, like, how old are you to be those two females who just can't get out of the fucking way?
Well,
like,
see,
are you not?
I thought it was one female and one dude, but maybe not, because it looked like it just hit the female. So how the other guy got into this, I have no idea.
Okay, well, I heard it was two females. That was the report that I heard, that he hit two females with the chair. Okay,
fair enough. And if that's the case, it looked like it only grazed that one female from that video I sent.
And like, yeah, it's a folding chair.
They were actually injured too.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, you play the shit out of it, obviously. Like we said, you play the fucking. I mean, that thing hits you.
Look, there's a red mark on my
dislocated.
Shin.
My kneecap is dislocated immediately. Like if I have to go in with a chisel and a hammer and dislocate my own kneecap when we get back.
Dan's over here like an episode of Shameless over here.
Absolutely, bro. I'm taking a fucking chisel to that motherfucker and cracking it in half because it's worth $385,000.
This is the real life Frank Gallagher.
Worth every fucking penny.
It's
worth every penny. Worth every penny. William H. Macy. No. Well, I mean, that's just fucking bullshit. Also, much like Anthony Edwards' career to this point, it doesn't really matter anymore, does it? So, yeah. And still a fan of yours, bud. You're a fucking freak, but you got to do something. He
needs a running mate, Dan. He just needs a running mate. Give him a running mate.
He does. He's also a fucking prima donna, man. I can't help but think that dude's fucking personality is just not. It's not a winning personality. And I hate to be fucking Coach K about it, but like, it's really not a win. I mean, he needs to mature. When he's 27, 28, we'll see about him winning some fucking titles. But right now he wants to score points. He wants to dunk. And I don't think he really cares about much.
Ain't nobody else going to be scoring
Nobody.
points.
I mean, nobody is for the fact that he can just do that is like, fucking pretty incredible. Much like Russell Westbrook. People are like, oh, he's a stat filler.
So
filling up stats. Like, do you know how fucking hard it is to get a triple double in the NBA? Just one.
If you're Russell Westbrook, who else was going to fucking score?
Exactly. But like, Stacks, how hard is it to get one triple double in the NBA? One, just one as a player, and if you ever get a fucking triple double, does Udonis Haslem have a triple double in the NBA? Been there for 25 years now. He's 49 years old. Probably never had a triple double. And Russ Westbrook just averaged one. And to call him a stat filler for averaging a triple double is the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard. Because he has to go get those rebounds. He has to make those passes. So like to have that kind of talent, like, yeah, does he not win that much? Yeah, I guess he doesn't. I mean, I guess it didn't translate. But like to even do that is
also really incredible. Early though, too, Dan, in his career. Super early.
Oh, you're talking about Ant. I'm talking about fucking Russ.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, Russ is solid.
So, question: what are y'all thinking of Miami and the fact that they're about to take out the number 1 seed?
I mean,
bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, it does hurt when you don't have Giannis out there on the floor.
They had him last night.
Yeah, they did. And
apparently Chris Middleton doesn't play defense anymore. When did that happen?
Chris Middleton, I don't know if it's just because he's coming off that injury or what, but he just doesn't quite look the same. He just doesn't have that same mentality he seemed to have when they won the championship, where he was just scoring at will. He's just not as aggressive as he should be, in my opinion.
Losing that dog.
And I was just gonna say, I do. Yes, I don't have a breaking news fucking thing on my here. Let me fucking change my. Hang on, I gotta change the brand. This is badly timed. I'll get to it. Nope, it's not on here either.
What do we think of the?
Here we go.
What do we think of the Knicks too? By the way,
let me do it. I got a hot take. Jimmy Butler is a fucking dog.
Yes, he is. Dope.
Not a hot take, but
I wanted to talk about KD
in the playoffs
and Booker fucking averaging Kobe and Shaq's numbers through the first 3 games of the playoffs. Like,
it's scary, Josie. I don't know how long that's. I mean, he'll get his points, but I don't know how much further they'll go though.
Yeah,
for real.
We're still talking about Jimmy Buckets, right?
No,
Jimmy
Buckets.
Yeah.
You switched.
We'll talk about that, and then I'll bring up what I wanted to say.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Dude, Jimmy Butler is so strong. Like I think that's his biggest thing. Is like he's just a 6'6" dude who weighs 220 pounds, but that dude is fucking in shape. He is strong as fuck. He is strong.
Tobias Harris over me.
Yeah. Over what now? Like, excuse me? Like 56? God damn. Yeah. God damn, Jimmy Butler. But the thing is, like,
half of that came in the first half though, too. That's what's nuts.
Can Jimmy Butler be the first option and fucking win a title? That's the question.
I mean, can he get him to a final?
He can definitely get him to a final.
Yeah,
we've seen that.
Get him to a final. We've seen that. That was also in the bubble. They also weren't traveling. They also had fucking what's his face played out of his mind. Duncan
Tyler
Robinson
Hero
starting to play, but yeah, Tyler Hero's out right now. That does not help them at all.
Yeah, Hero's out for the year.
Duncan Robinson has started to show flashes of what he was in the bubble with his 3-point shot making, which. Thank God, finally. I mean, good God, you pay him all that money, and you haven't seen much out of him, but he's starting to pick it up. I just don't know if going forward if they'll have enough around him to get him to the final.
Duncan Robinson is like if you bought Kyle Korver on Wish, though.
Fair enough. Yeah. No,
right? I mean, he really is.
I know that, but I'm just saying they're going to need something to substitute that loss for Hero.
Bam Adebayo is not.
Streaky. He's streaky, Dan.
He's streaky. He doesn't get like how does Bam Adebayo create his own shot? He doesn't. Really. I mean, he's just like a Sean Marion type guy. You know what I'm saying? Like he's more like he's opportunistic. He's athletic. He plays good defense. That's not obviously we can't look past that. Bam Adebayo plays great defense.
He he can set up his teammates really well. So as long as you're doing that, but it's one of those things where. If he's not clicking on all cylinders and you're not getting at least, I would say at least like 15 to 18 out of him, plus like 6-7 assists, and how many ever rebounds you're gonna get. To be fair, fucking Lopez has fucking killed it in that series. Regardless of what the Heat have done, Lopez has been a killer since.
Brooke.
Yeah, he's been Brooke's been a killer since Giannis has been out, so that's been huge for him. I'm former Dookie, obviously Grayson Allen. He's played his ass off. I'm not a big Grayson Allen fan. I don't necessarily like him that much, but dude's playing well. He's aggressive. Shoot your shot, kid. So that'll help him too. Joe Ingles too. I mean,
right.
The Bucks have the pieces. That's the thing. It's just is Giannis healthy? Is Giannis going to be healthy enough?
If you add in, obviously Jrue Holiday, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Great defender.
They're fucking loaded.
They are loaded, especially when you have
loaded.
And they play perfectly around Giannis. This whole series to me is a fluke, though. It's a fluke.
Yeah.
I still don't believe in the Heat because you can't have Giannis out for half the series and still call it. I mean, it's gonna count. It's gonna count.
It's gonna count.
That actually brings me to what I was gonna say, Dan. So does the Heat get stomped in the next series?
I don't think they get. They're never going to get stomped with Jimmy Butler on the
who
floor.
do they got though? That's my question. Let me look that up. Because who do they have? That's my question.
It's going to be. It's going to be Boston. Right?
Well,
no. Nope. Nope. Because it's Philly. It's Philly, Boston. It's Philly, Boston. So it'll be.
Oh, never mind. They'll have the Knicks.
So Jimmy Butler can get them to an Eastern Conference Finals for sure.
Yes.
I do not believe in the Knicks at all. I didn't pick the Knicks to win that series. I don't. That's a weird series in the first place. I don't think it really matters.
Jalen Brunson, those Villanova guards. That lineage of Villanova guards continues to ring true. Granted, I get it. I do agree with you. I think that he can get past them and move on as long as, and especially if Tyler Hero can come back at any point. I mean, holy shit.
I think Hero's out for the year. I think he had it.
I thought maybe he could. They thought maybe, definitely not in this series, obviously, but I thought at some point they said it was like, what'd they say, like 4 to 6 weeks or something like that. So, I mean, maybe by the time the finals roll around, if they can keep rolling, they might be able to have him. But then again, at what capacity will you have him, and what will he be at?
So he's got a broken hand.
Correct.
On his fucking shooting hand.
Oh, it's a shooting hand. Oh shit!
Yeah, it's his right.
So it might be limited then.
He broke three fingers on his right hand, which is not.
Also, Dan, shout out Kevin Love. Kevin Love for the Heat though.
Kevin Love
getting some spot threes and shit.
I love Kevin Love.
I love it, dude. The Cavs could have used Kevin Love in that series, man. They can't shoot threes for shit.
Best looking dude left in the playoffs.
Amazing.
Yes, agreed.
Amazing.
Kevin Love. Best looking guy. He looks like the dude from he looks like an actor. It's like he's like a B actor, but he's on like some shows. I can't remember the guy's name, but fuck it. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. He looks exactly like him. I'll have to look it up. But but he's 6'10". So here's my next question, Josie. Let's get to the serious stuff. How much pussy does Kevin Love get? No. How much? This is a regular segment for us now, Stacks. We do a how much pussy does this guy get? Because it's got to be just an outrageous amount.
It's got to be.
I think he's married.
Who's getting more pussy, Kevin Love or Scottie Pippen back in the day?
Pippen back in the day?
Oh, Pippen 1000.
Slaying.
Not even close.
Slaying.
It's Pippen 1000.
Just eating pussy with that nose and everything.
By a billion.
Sticking that thing in there and just brimming it. You know he was. Just like a fucking banshee. Just eating pussy like a banshee, Scottie Pippen was.
What do you think he was doing while MJ was at the casino?
Well,
just exactly
I saw
slaying.
A conspiracy theory that MJ set that up to get a guy that you saw that video.
Yes, I saw the same one. Yeah, like how savage he had to have been if he literally sabotaged his own teammate. Like he sabotaged his own teammate to just like not have him be as good as him because there was a chance.
Well, shit, Dan, it's like you say, he got his dad killed. So if he can get his dad killed,
he can sabotage his teammate.
He can sabotage his teammate.
We're not going to go too far into this because there's a whole. This is a fucking rabbit hole of fucking craziness. But think about when Jordan goes and plays basketball or plays baseball for the 2 years, right? Scottie Pippen took them to a fucking finals, bro.
Was it a finals?
Eastern. It was at least Eastern Conference Finals.
I was gonna say.
I think it was a finals. I think we played.
No, it was Eastern Conference. It was Eastern Conference because it was the Knicks.
That's fair.
But if he wins, I think he took the Knicks to 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals. If Scottie Pippen wins a title while Michael Jordan is playing baseball, we have a whole different GOAT conversation going on. We have an absolute whole different GOAT conversation going on. If he even gets them to we had this conversation with Will. Like what happened was it was Will and you know who it was, Josie? It was Will and
Tony C.
Nope. God damn it. dude who was I liked him. I was gonna have him do the basketball show with me before I met Stex.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
Gene.
Gene. Yes, yeah, same. That's why I get confused because I get Gene Plurday. I get confused between him and
Black Guy Gene.
Black Gene. Yes. Sickle cell? No, but Black Gene. Black Gene. Yes. Good God. I couldn't help myself. I mean, it's just right. It was right there. And I just had to, it's like I had to say it out loud. No.
This is why I told my kids that my shows are not appropriate for them to listen to.
You were like, if Dan's on them, you don't watch. If Dan's going, you don't watch. Maybe fight night's probably doable. I bet you guys are pretty.
No,
you guys keep it.
We talk a lot about Asian women on fight night.
Good God, I bet you do. I bet you do.
We really do.
You got Will at the helm. It's always going to be directed towards that. But yeah, so yeah, I forgot what we were fucking even talking about now. But no, we had that conversation with Gene, and Gene almost lost his fucking mind. I love Gene, but he almost lost his fucking mind because he was like, well, we can't say that. And I was like, dude, it's hypothetical. That's what we do the whole time. Yeah. Like hypothetically.
That was one of the things with Gene is he didn't understand like how much we rely on the hypothetical.
Well, and he likes to keep it factual. He does like actual, he's an actual play-by-play guy, or he does play-by-play, or he like writes for actual. Yeah. So like he's like all about this, like the actual factual evidence. I understand that, but like we're going like back here, and we're just gonna like say if this happened, we look at this differently, right? So yes, like if Pippen even takes them to a finals, LeBron can sneak his way into that GOAT conversation a lot easier with a lot of those people, I think, because they're not going to go, well, the Bulls never did anything. The Bulls never did anything. Bullshit. Yeah. Bull fucking shit.
If they had been able to win without Jordan, the conversation is much different.
Yes. If he wins a title, oh boy, that's a whole different thing. They got people talking about. We got people talking about if Pippen or Jordan was better if he wins a title when he goes and plays baseball. That's fucked up part.
And then because there's a split there, LeBron wouldn't even be a conversation. People would just accept it, like he would be the GOAT.
He would at least be way easier into the Jordan, because Jordan would still have that clout, but like because he would still go 6 for 6 or whatever. Say they just win 7 and Pippen got one while he was playing baseball, it changes the whole conversation. It definitely lets it lets, because it would be 6-1.
I think enough 6-1 to it that there's a majority that say that LeBron is the GOAT, to where it's not much of a conversation as it is now.
I think it'd be more even, because right now it's not. It's 85-15, 90-10. Yes.
Yeah,
100%, dude. Yes,
not even a little bit more than that.
We're in the minority for sure, and it's hard because you're working against Paul Bunyan. Josie. Yeah, you're working against Paul Bunyan and Jack and the Beanstalk and the Bible and fucking
Bible.
Like 100%. It's just a bunch of
Josie, that's what it is.
It's a lot of talked up stories about some shit that like may or may not have happened. Like it, if you think a dude fucking took an ocean and moved it apart. Okay. Guys, I get it. All right. Bible, great fucking book. All right. Greatest story ever told. I understand the moral story behind it, and I love it. I get what you guys are going for. Rah, cool. But when you start taking this shit fucking literally, I have a problem. Like, you can even believe that Jesus was a real person. Okay? Understandable.
I mean, there is proof that he was a real person.
There's no proof that Jesus Christ was a real person. There's zero. There's not fucking one thing. There's not, dude, he's only mentioned by like 2 scholars at the time. There's only like 15 of them total. Not a joke. Look it up. He's only mentioned by like two of these scholars. And it's literally, and so I think what he was a fucking revolutionary. I think that he was a fucking very charismatic person who had a great idea. All right. And I think that he was crazy enough to just like fucking go with it. Like he was like, if this is what it takes, and that makes him a fucking legend. That makes Jesus a legend. All right. I get it. But like, if you're talking to me about virgin births and snakes talking and people, I'm going to say this again slowly. People separating entire oceans. Separating it. And then here's the best part about that. Say he does somehow. Now we're going to get over this in a second. Say he somehow separates that ocean. Okay. How in the fuck are people walking across the bottom of a fucking ocean that was just covered in water, let alone there's going to be fucking sharks and stingrays and fucking jellyfish just hanging out on the bottom because all their water's gone. So now not only are they're just pissed, they're fucking pissed off, and they're just flopping around fucking trying to bite. Like half of those Jews are dying. Half of them are just going to fucking step on a fucking jellyfish, and they're going to fucking die. It's going to be a fucking massacre at the bottom of that ocean, dude. All right? Plus, the first fucking step that you take on the ocean floor when there's no water on it, you're going to sink in. It's the ocean floor. Not one of these land-baron motherfuckers is walking across that thing. And that's if the dude separated. I'm going to say this again. Cubic fucking tons of water. Cubic fucking tons just took it and went like this.
How the hell did we get on?
We have to assume that that's happening first. Okay?
How the hell did we get here?
And don't even get started on the virgin birth. Didn't happen. Or how about fucking Noah's Ark? You got every different kind of animal on the planet on one boat. That's fucking interesting because the Bible mentions nothing about fucking kangaroos. Not one word about kangaroos. Pretty interesting animal. I think they might be mentioned in the Bible. What?
Don't you know that's how we lost the unicorn? It didn't.
Because fucking Noah wasn't doing his job.
It didn't make it on the ark.
Do you know how? Dude, there's like fucking 18 billion fucking species of animal on the planet. Do you think he like what was he fucking? He had all the insects on there too. They were all fucking hanging out. Like he had enough food on one fucking wooden ship that he built with his family to fucking. Oh, come on, he had a couple of goats and a couple of horses and a couple of cows, and they were like, it's every animal, and that's just what it is now. Sorry, just like fucking Michael Jordan had the flu and got poisoned and then fucking went out and fucking had 60. All right, exactly the same kind of story. We're gonna move on now.
How the hell did we get on that rant?
Because it's Jesus Jordan, man.
Jesus Jordan.
It is Jesus Jordan. Like in the words of Brian Windhorst, LeBron James could walk across water and people would criticize him because he couldn't swim. So there you go. Said LeBron on every show, by the way.
LeBron.
Also ripped apart parts of the Bible on every show. I'm just kidding. No, love it as a story. Also plagiarized. Whole Bible plagiarized. Plagiarized. Ra, Dionysus, ancient Greece, born of a virgin, died, resurrected, was called the Messiah, the King, the Lamb. There's like 27 stories before Jesus Christ that were exactly the same. Go look it up. Ra of ancient Egypt, the first one. Set fought Ra. Ra was born of a virgin, resurrected, walked the earth, had 12 disciples. Not a joke. This is all real stuff. Anyway, plagiarism. Don't plagiarize, kids. It's against. They'll get you for it.
It's bad for you. They'll kick you out. Don't use ChatGPT either.
Is this thing on?
Good for it.
This thing on? No. Okay. So back to the NBA. Back to the NBA.
So what I wanted to say, Dan, was
yeah.
Have you seen in Phoenix? You've got KD and Devin Booker.
Yeah.
Coming together and getting 25 points a game, putting together Shaq and Kobe numbers from back in the day.
Scoring wise.
Fantastic duo. How long can they do it? I don't know because I don't know about their depth. But love it right now. Love it for Devin Booker too. I think it helps him, and I think I hope they're able to get a title. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be this year, but I hope they can get a title before Durant. Before Durant's done over there.
We knew KD was plug and play. All right, so he's just gonna come out there and that he just wants to fucking ball. He ain't getting his hair cut. He ain't fucking shaving his legs. He ain't putting moisturizer on. He ain't
loving that
Diamondbacks
nothing. Hat though too. Just ingratiate yourself into the culture, Kevin.
Absolutely. He's all over it, dude. He's all over it. He's very conscious, very smart basketball player. I love Kevin Durant. Me and Stacks have always been. I mean, obviously, how can you not be a fucking Kevin Durant fan? Yeah. Like it's literally like we just gave a basketball scientist like a 6'11" skinny frame, perfect basketball body to just go out there and like experiment on the floor. He's something to watch for sure. Even like his fucking Golden State days, those 2017, 18. That's the most unstoppable scorer I think that's ever lived.
Carrying the fucking team.
In the height
is the greatest shooter of all time. Carried that motherfucking team. Carried it.
Steph Curry is not a better scorer than Kevin Durant. Yeah, he's a better shooter for sure, like you said.
Yeah, no, I said shooter.
Yeah, I know you did. I know you did. He's a better shooter. Kevin Durant's just a better all-around player, is what it is. And I mean, but that's also nothing against Steph Curry because I fucking love Steph Curry. Steph Curry
is that guy.
He's like the dream of like every unathletic fucking kid that plays high school basketball. It's like I could be Steph Curry. It's like no, you can't.
No.
Unless you start working.
They try to be, can't do it.
You better start working. You want to be Steph Curry, you better start fighting. Better be the only, just quit school. You don't need to go to school.
3 years old, just start form shooting.
Yeah. Also you have to hang out on a lot of NBA floors because your dad has to play in the NBA. So good luck with that.
Absolutely.
But KD is going to be plug and play with that offense. DeAndre Ayton called himself the other night. He called himself Domin Ayton, which I literally thought was hilarious. I just thought it was hilarious. I get it. It's a clever nickname. Like I like it, but like DeAndre Ayton ain't dominating anything. He's not
just getting easy buckets, and he's got to knock them down. But he's getting the easiest buckets he's ever going to get in his career.
I love DeAndre Ayton. I like DeAndre Ayton as a center for sure. Like he's like today's NBA center. He's great. Like he's prototype. Like he runs the floor. He's athletic. He's fucking grossly athletic. Got paid in college before it was okay to get paid in college.
100%.
Yeah, like good for him. He had to go to college. But
did he though?
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't actually go.
He didn't step in a class.
He didn't fucking go anywhere. Oh gosh.
Oh, it's mystery time.
Oh, it's coming.
Ooh.
I was just bringing it up.
It looks like an elf.
We can do it now.
It's like an elf.
I think I know who this be. Maybe.
Y'all want to do it now? Let's go.
Dennis Schroeder.
Do it now. Oh, I'm trying to think. Oh,
Dennis Schroeder.
Oh,
let's start with Schroeder.
Shit, I know him. He plays on the Celtics. Wait, let me see the silhouette.
Delonte West? He's homeless. I'm just kidding.
Oh shit. Timberwolves. 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 He's on the Timberwolves.
Okay, so let's go back. Let's see the details from Schroeder real quick. So he is 29 years old. He plays in the Western Conference. So that could match up. He is taller than 6'1". He plays guard forward, and his number is lower than 17. Is that what I'm seeing?
Dan, he's on the Timberwolves.
It's not. Okay. So it is the West.
Yeah. He's on. I can't remember his name. He said he's gonna play with the Chinese national team coming up. I don't know if we saw that. I can't think of his name.
Not Kyle Anderson.
Yes.
Kyle Anderson.
Yep.
Let's try Kyle Anderson. Bam!
Look at Stacks.
Good job, Stacks.
Look
Love it.
at Stacks.
Love it.
I was gonna look up the Timberwolves roster, and I was just like, he's playing on the Chinese national team. I was like, that's Kyle Anderson.
I think it's Chinese national.
Was that two guess? We got that in two. And unlike Tony, we don't look at the fucking the thing before. You know when Tony's getting these right, that somebody's been cheating.
Really?
Yeah, do you don't remember Tony being like,
Shout out to Tony.
he was. Oh, I'm gonna talk shit on him the whole time. I'm just gonna progressively talk shit on him until he has to come back on. That's the strategy. But like, so he was fucking doing that to those that podcast where the dude has to guess the. Tony was like calling the one before it. Remember that? He was like, "Oh, this is one guy," and he's like, "It was the one before that we." It was like literally the guy before that, and I was like, "Tony, are you fucking watching these before? You're watching them and you're just going ahead." And you went too far. He fucked up and went too far ahead and guessed the wrong guy. That was the next answer. So we had to skip the next one. I was like, Tony, God damn it, Tony.
God damn.
But I just wanted to do that.
Stick to baseball, Tony.
Bounce out of here, guys. I got to get some sleep.
All righty. Well, thanks for joining us, Joe.
And you got to dye your hair.
Well, I hopefully next week. God damn it, I need money.
That stuff's gonna fall out eventually. You know
what
that,
color
right?
are we doing now?
The hair dye. Okay, here's the thing. The hair dye itself is not damaging at all. It's the bleaching that is an issue. It's when I have
Do you
to
bleach it too?
I usually, when I'm doing a fresh color, I usually bleach it because
it looks good.
Yeah, it does.
And you're in your 30s, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
30.
so like you should be fine then, right? I mean,
think
you would have already lost it.
I do because I wear a lot of hats.
What color are we doing next, Josie?
Okay, so I'm pretty sure. I think I'm going back a couple of years ago, before either of y'all were on this. I did Joker green, like green.
I remember the end of that, unless you did it again, because I remember it being green for a
I've only
second.
done that one once. I loved it. I thought it looked great, and I want to do it again.
Alicia, my girlfriend, just had about 2-3 months ago. She had the straight like neon. It would have been Joker green. I liked it. I mean, it's just like a lot of people think it's like, is that for Halloween? I'm like, it's fucking March.
Every time everybody thought I was
March,
doing
dumbass.
the Joker because it is like the neon green of the Joker. But
Yeah, that's what she did too. Like it was pretty intense. Like it looked good. It was just like everyone thinks it's like a fucking costume.
What I really want to do is impossible to do by myself, and that's I want to do rainbow because Pride's coming up, and I really want to go rainbow, but I would need a professional to do that.
Because you'd have to do it in segments.
I'd have
It'd have to be like one part, second part. Yeah.
And it'd have to be like here and here and here and here. And yeah. That's more
One of these
work.
days we'll get there, right?
Talking to me about hair is like talking to Christopher Reeve about walking. Like there's not a whole lot of input I can give you.
But yeah. So probably on the heart, honestly, I get paid next Tuesday. So probably either on Fight Night or Hardwood next week. I will probably pop up with a different color of hair.
Here, I'll snap you real quick before you go. Let me get you a real quick picture here. I'll get you a good picture. So I had long hair. I had long hair for probably like 3 years when I was like younger, like when I was like 21 or so. And all I would do is like I just like fucking like always pulled on it. Like I was always like pulling on it. You know what I'm talking about? Like trying to like get it to like stretch over my face and shit. And like I would like always like have it in my mouth and stuff. Right. And I think it fucked me over, dude, like real bad. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I think it fucked me pretty bad because like I pulled my hair out. Like quite literally. And like I think it fucked me. Like plus the testosterone thing, you know, it doesn't.
See, mine is at that awkward stage right now where it's just in a very awkward phase.
Okay, here you go.
I don't like it. But I'm trying to grow it out.
Let's share this real fast here. Yeah, screen 2. No, that's not. No. Damn it. Sorry, I'll figure this out. Nope, that's not it either. Nope, that's not it either. Okay, it's all right. Here, I'll just do this, and we'll go over here. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Can you see how long that is?
That is long.
But I was like literally like doing like, you know what I'm saying? I was like fucking pulling it.
We're diving into the wormhole.
Yeah, I was like pulling over my hair and shit. But Yeah. So
right now it's neon green, but it has a tendency when I'm in the store picking the color, I have a tendency to change it. But I've done everything at this point. I've done purple, I've done pink, I've done blue, I've done red, I've done green, I've done orange, I've done yellow.
Yeah, so you're pretty much at the end of the
end of your rope here.
Yeah,
that's.
I kind of want to do. I've done it a few times before where I've done a split, but my hair dye is $14 a piece.
Woo!
Just look at the fucking.
Is that stacks?
No.
Okay.
That's a Miller High Life. That's me on the right. That's Scotty Burnett on the left there. But that is a Miller High Life Christmas tree made completely of Miller High Life cans and bottles, filled all the way through. It was actually filled in the middle. We didn't realize that we could just put them on the outside and look the same. So we actually filled it up completely. There's like 400 cans in that thing. We got really drunk for like 2 straight weeks to make that. It's a lot of Christmas spirit, all right? I don't know if you guys have ever had that kind of Christmas spirit, okay? That's
not as much as
the attack on your liver for that Christmas.
That's alcoholism just working its magic.
At its finest right there.
Yeah.
You need a definition of alcoholism, you find that picture.
I've switched to more refined substances. I do a lot of psychedelic mushrooms. I like to do a lot of DMT. I like to do a lot of weed. Every once in a while, I'll have a Miller High Life still. Good for the soul. Or PBR, a lot of PBR. It's good for the soul. It's called the nectar of the gods for a reason, my friend.
But yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. Right now, I'm thinking green, but it could always change when I'm in the store buying it. But like I said, to split it, it's like my dye alone is $13 a pack. So
that's cheap too.
It's
actually kind of cheap.
It's not super expensive. I don't buy box dye. I do it. I try to. That's the other thing, Dan. Box dye is what really damages hair. Don't ever use box dye on your hair. Like, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, because I got my stepdaughter dyes her hair like fuck every week apparently, or like every other day or something, and I'm like, dude, that shit's gonna fall out, dude. Like, she's got to be just frying the fuck out of it. And then I got my stepson. He's got fucking longer hair than she does. His shit's down to his fucking shoulders, and he has no idea how to take care of it, which I think is fucking hilarious because that's what I used to do too. Like, just not he doesn't comb it or anything. He just fucking lets it. Like, I'm like, that shit's going down. Yeah, but he plays guitar and shit though, so he's got to have that long hair over his face. But
all right, guys,
all right, buddy. So,
El Presidente. Out of here.
So I don't know what to do with that Josie here. I'm just kidding. What do we do now? Is it still going?
Where
is the broadcast?
Oh my god.
Is it still on?
End of conversation.
Is this we just sit here like it's like Garth from Wayne's World where like Wayne leaves the set and Garth's like it's like I don't know.
No.
And he just huddles up on the couch. Yeah, that's basically yes. I think about every fucking time I hear the word fox or somebody calls like somebody like a fox or like a foxy lady or something like that. I think about the foxy ding 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 ding. You Dana Carvey. Cute little heartbreaker. I fucking love that fucking movie.
Oh, that's great.
Swing. They're just in the middle of conversation. Swing. Fucking shit's awesome. Classic. I heard a story about Mike Myers being a dick. Have you heard that story?
I have not.
I just heard about like this fucking dude. It was like, I don't know if he just maybe ran into the wrong person who actually had some like public clout and could actually go on and tell the story or something, but like he seems like a nice guy.
Yeah.
Honestly. Like he's always seemed like a nice guy to me. But apparently this guy got kicked off a fucking set. He got kicked off a set. He was like an extra on a Mike Myers movie. And Mike Myers apparently, and like this is from this guy's fucking point of view too. So like we don't really know what happened. But like this guy apparently got like kicked off set, like got fired from the movie because he got caught like looking at Mike Myers, or was like Mike Myers like fucking basically had him like removed from the movie because he was like staring at him or something. Or, like he thought he was staring at him or something, like some weird shit. Like the dude probably was staring at him because like I'd be staring. If I was an extra in a movie and Mike Myers was walking around, like I'm fucking staring at him.
Mike Myers.
See, like you think he'd be used to that, and he probably is. But like this must have gotten to a point like where it was like weird or like some kind of like something weird happened.
There's too much. Yeah.
And the guy basically said that he got kicked off set for like just looking at Mike Myers, which is probably not the real story. He probably was, like,
probably a little bit more into that. I mean, I would hope. I would hope, you know, all good faith in the world, Mike Myers is a good dude, hopefully, right? Yeah.
Right. You would think. And like I don't even blame him if that's really what happened. Because like you had your bad days, man. Like people stare at you all day long. Like people staring at you all day long.
At some point you're gonna
especially when you're working. Do you know what I'm saying? Like people are gonna stare at you when you're not working because you're Mike Myers all the time. Like you can't even there's no way he can go into public regularly. No. He has to go into places that are like pre-fucking, you know, he's got him scouted out. Yeah. He's got him scouted out. He goes there all the time. Like they know how to fucking kind of keep him in his own little spot. Like, so like he has to plan everything before that. So like, I can understand how it could get frustrating at your job, even when like people are just fucking staring at you the whole time. Like I can like at that point, he's a professional. So like you need to be professional with him. Like you need to fucking just talk to him. Like he's, you know, you're doing a movie. Like this is no longer like, we don't need to be starstruck anymore because we're on a fucking movie set. We're going to see famous people. Like Mike Myers happens to be one of the most, he happens to be one of those famous people in the world. But at the same time, like, you know, I could see how that could get, so I don't even like blame him if he did.
State there, Dan.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, how's that going these days? I saw a fucking cop car in Kansas the other day that said, "In God We Trust" on the bumper. Now, I'm not even going to begin to break down how wrong that is.
Yeah, that's
seriously.
That's a little mixture of stuff going on there.
We got fucking, well, I mean, we have presidential candidates that run on that. Like, who was it? Fucking, John McCain. War hero. Dog. Don't get me wrong. John McCain is a dog of a human being, all right? Motherfucker was like a fucking POW, got the shit kicked out of him for like fucking 4 straight years and just like came out of the other side of it with like a big thing on his neck for some reason. But like, John McCain literally said, and you can watch the interview, he said, "I think the founding fathers started this country on the basis that it should be founded in religion." And I said, "Really? Have you actually read anything that they said?" Because they clearly actually said the opposite. Yeah. They said yes, this country was founded to find religious freedom. They strictly told you to keep it out of the government because it was going to fuck shit up. Like it was going to fuck shit up. And now there's cop cars in Kansas regularly that have "In God We Trust" on the fucking bumper. Like they're running, like they're fucking, you know, they're pulling people over for weed for Jesus. And I'm like, good God, Jesus smoked weed for sure. If he was, that motherfucker was doing into some crazy shit. If he was
that before or after he parted the sea?
He must have fucking done some PCP to do that shit. Like that must have been the fucking craziest DMT trip that anybody's ever been on. If he got everybody with him so fucking high on DMT that they thought he parted an ocean, I can see that. Like I can see that. They thought they like walked across it and it was just like a puddle or something. Like that's the only way that any of that makes sense. But like, yeah, like "In God We Trust" stacks on the back of a fucking cop car.
That's new for me. We don't see that where we come from, Dan.
Also, like that's the thing. Like you would think in Nebraska that'd already be the thing, right? It's not. Like
yeah,
Nebraska,
you would, given the state in which we live. Yeah.
Nebraska did just sign a no permit concealed carry.
I know.
So So do you know what that does? Let's look at the opposite side of this, because on the surface this looks great. I love guns. I would love to carry guns hidden for no reason if I can, right? Like I'm not trying to shoot people, but I just like guns. Like here's why this is a bad thing. It looks good on the surface because you're like, oh, I don't need a permit. No, what they just did is they made policing of any kind of terroristic threat, of any kind of violence at all at your traffic stop, at your domestic dispute. You better be on fucking full goddamn guard that these motherfuckers are laying down tasers out of the chute. There's no longer a fucking conversation about it because they don't know now, and this is what they're going to use. This is what they're going to do.
Yep.
They're going to use that you may have had a concealed weapon They needed to pass a law for the dudes who conceal weapons on police officers to conceal weapons on police officers. No,
Facts.
motherfucker. That motherfucker is going to conceal that weapon on you, whether there's a law against it or not.
Regardless.
If there's somebody who's just carrying a fucking gun and going to conceal it and be fucking sneaky about it around a police officer, they were doing that before there was a law passed that you could just have.
Law. Mm-hmm.
But that's just another out, is all it is. It's another fucking out for police officers to just fucking shoot first, shoot some more, shoot a taser, fucking hit somebody in the head with a fucking nightstick, and then ask some questions. That is exactly what that is what that law is. It's unfortunate, but that's exactly what it's going to turn into. It's exactly what you better fucking be on your best goddamn behavior in Nebraska when you're around a fucking police officer at all. If you even fucking hint that you're going to fucking kick their ass, that you're going to fucking, that you get angry with them, good luck. You're going to get tased in the neck before you even fucking know what hit you. They're not even going to fuck around. It's going to be a fucking tase in the neck, down, and you'll wake up at the fucking in a holding cell. That's how it's going to be.
Absolutely.
That's unfortunate, isn't it? I mean,
it really is. Well, and then also on the flip side of that coin, with just people trying to shoot other people for no apparent reason, it's just also scary from that standpoint.
It is that now these morons that feel the need, because I don't feel the need to carry a concealed weapon.
Not everybody's like that. No, not at all. And that's
I just don't.
But it's just
Stacks, do you feel the need to carry a concealed weapon wherever you're like who?
No.
Like who are these people that think that they need protection all the time? What are you doing in your life that you feel like are you a fucking cartel member? Like, so it's for all the Nebraska cartel members is why they passed this, because that's the only people who fucking are just wanting to carry firearms with them all the time. Like that actually worries me to carry firearms, because eventually I'm pretty safe with guns, but like I'm gonna fucking shoot myself in the leg eventually, like for real. Like if you're just carrying a gun around all the time,
at some point something's gonna happen. You're gonna forget about it, whatever.
Doesn't it exponentially increase your chances of shooting yourself?
Yeah.
You're 100%, like you're like 90 times more likely when you buy a firearm, you are 90 times more likely to use that gun on yourself than to ever use that gun on an intruder into your home. Do you know that? 90 times.
That's crazy, dude.
So 90 times more people commit suicide with the weapon that they buy than ever use it for home defense like they say they're buying it for. So, because who's breaking into your home on a regular basis? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, have a gun for home defense. I have guns for home defense. I get it. I don't take them out and go, oh, hopefully somebody breaks into my house tonight. Like, that's not what it's there for. It's there for like the actually off chance that you actually have to defend yourself with a weapon, which is like a really fucking rare chance.
Correct.
So like, these people are going to use this to like whatever they want to use it for.
As their excuse.
Yeah. And it's going to be an excuse for police officers too. Unfortunately, that's really what I saw on the surface of it. I might be wrong. I mean, I'm wrong about a lot of things, but like, I might be wrong, but like, I feel like this is just an excuse for them to fucking go straight physicality before anything else, because, he might've had a gun. We didn't know.
But then you also have to think like, they already don't do enough with like the mental health screening and like all of this stuff prior to. And so now it's just like, wow.
Anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody. And like these people.
And not just for use on another person, but themselves.
Yeah. That's what a lot of it's going to be. I mean, the concealed part won't change that, because people they usually kill themselves in their house. True. But like at the same time, like more people are going to be buying firearms, and then there's going to be a lot of like weird shootings. People are going to be using them way before they ever should have to. If you're using a fucking firearm in a bar fight, number one, you're an idiot. Number two, you're a pussy. Okay. Like throw down with your hands. Like you don't need to be fucking like, unless it gets to the point where a dude's beating you with a fucking baseball bat or something, and you really have to defend yourself because you're going to die because this dude's going to hit you in the head with a baseball bat again.
Facts.
Pull your gun out, shoot him. But like outside of that, you don't just because you got in an argument with somebody, that's when the guns are going to come out. In the parking lot, at the bar, everybody's drunk. There's going to be fucking, just hey, here it comes.
Fall City, be ready.
Every time, bro. I don't think, it's already fucking the Wild West out here, bro. It's already the Wild. It kind of, I mean, you're right. Like, it's already the fucking Wild West out here. You've been here. It's already the Wild West out here, bro. Everybody's got a gun. And they're just doing it to fucking go out and hunt and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, they use guns for like normal shit around here. Like, they're not trying to like shoot other people. They're trying to like just go out and shoot, have fun, fucking, because there's nothing else to do. Throw a glass bottle up in the air and shoot it with a shotgun. It's fun as fuck. Like it is. It's legitimately fun. I have a fucking 22 right here. That's like I was just gonna go target shoot with it. Like, it's just fun as fuck. I like shooting stuff with it. But like that, I'm not trying to like use it on other people. You know what I'm saying? But like, if there's like, if I'm taking that 22 and just like loading that gigantic 22 down my back of my shirt and then trying to like go out in public with it, I don't understand it. But
I see. My whole thing with guns is like, I don't care if you have a gun. Like, I mean, that's your prerogative. Like, it is what it is. I just don't think we need like, like machine guns for any purpose whatsoever.
You're right. There's dude. The only defense that I have, for like, I think they should probably just take guns away from the general public. Like, that's probably a very, especially where we're from, that's a very fucking controversial. But Australia did it. Australia had the largest mass shooting, Queensland, in 2006, largest mass shooting in the history of the world. Biggest one, 96 people, something like that. Okay. They outlawed guns after that. Guess how many mass shootings they've had after 2006? Fucking nilch. 0. Gun violence has went down like fucking some ridiculous percentage. Okay. People don't die from guns anymore, basically. And it's because they just took them away.
Be afraid to go to school, man.
That's the fucked up part too, is you're putting these in accessible reach of kids who don't fucking know what they're doing. They are holding something that is more powerful than they have ever. Like, there's it's
just because you can do it on Call of Duty don't mean shit. You know what I mean?
No, and you're ripping apart fucking real flesh here, boys and girls. This is not fucking zeros and ones on a fucking video screen. This is the real fucking deal. Like, you're gonna be doing it, and like Theo Vaughn did a thing the other day. He's like, I've talked to people who have killed people. They say it's a lot of fun. Like, no, like, for real, like that's what it is. Like, it's just madness, dude. Like, why? I like guns, and that's my only argument. If somebody were to tell me like, okay, so you're a gun owner. Yes, I am. What are your like, what do you like, what's your evidence for like why people should be able to own guns? Fuck you. I like guns. That's the best I got. And that's from somebody who's a fan of them. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, I have nothing else. There's really no other reason for me to have them, honestly. Here's the best one. People say to fucking stand up against our government, to rebel against our government. That's why the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms, was originally put into the Constitution, so that the people of the United States could defend themselves against a tyranny of government. Okay? That's the main reason why, to form a militia. Mm-hmm. Do you know how fucking fast a drone would mow down a militia that formed in any fucking... Dude, they're on a whole different level now. Things have changed a little bit. We ain't playing muskets anymore. We're not getting 100 yards away from each other and fucking shoot.
And all that.
No, we ain't lighting torches. These motherfuckers are going to light us up with a fucking remote controlled drone that can drop a fucking dirty bomb within 3 feet of where we live. That's how they're going to fucking take us out. We have nothing against them.
No defense. Yeah.
We've already let that happen. You guys already let that happen. Like, all of us did collectively. We just let the government spend all of this money, and now they have all of it. Okay. So like, if you think you're going to fucking take 30 of your buddies out with your fucking 270 fucking hunting rifles that you shoot deer with, and you're going to take down any branch of the United States government, good fucking luck. Seriously, good luck. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to laugh out loud when all of you just get mown down by a fucking craft that's not even piloted by anybody. They're not even going to have to put anybody around you. They're just going to fucking do with their remote control. So like, that's ridiculous. It's so fucking stupid. Like, if you're going to use them for like just target practice and like shooting things and having fun, and you're going to be safe with them, you're going to keep them away from children, then good for you. But that's not all the people. That's 90% of gun owners that I know are very responsible with them. Like, we're more careful with them than like people who don't own guns are. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they just don't like. I'm super careful with them. I always have a fucking barrel down. I was taught at a young age, because I went hunting at a young age with a very high powered rifle, right? To just keep it. You definitely are scared. I'm scared of them still. I like shooting them, but I'm definitely still. I have a natural fear of them still. When you lose that
Which is the
natural
way it
fear,
should be, in all honesty, Dan.
it should, yes.
If we're being,
Because I understand the power of it, and so do you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we understand the power that these things have. So when you lose that respect for that power, that's when it becomes a problem.
Yep.
And a lot of people do actually lose respect. I mean, dude, I was in St. Joe one time, standing in line at a gas station, and this chick in front of me, 2 people in front of me, has blood all fucking over her. Just fucking blood everywhere. I have no idea what the fuck's going on. The gas station attendant asked her, like, hey, are you okay? Like, everything all right? She's getting like a fucking Sprite and something else, like some fucking rubbing alcohol or something. And she's like, yeah, it's fine. My boyfriend just shot himself while he was cleaning his gun. And I'm like, I've heard of it happening before.
Yeah.
I have so many questions. Why are you cleaning the gun while there's a round in the chamber? Would be my very first one. Would be my very first question. 1000%. Maybe make sure. It's called clearing the firearm. So like maybe you should clear it before you clean it. Almost the same word, guys. It's literally almost the same word. It's very close to doing it. It's very close to the same thing. Yeah. That's probably the first thing, is to make sure that when you fucking pull that slide back to clean it, that you don't shoot yourself in the fucking leg. Like, good God, man. Good God. Yeah. Did you watch Tiger King? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. The young kid, dude, I've done that before. Okay. I've done that before with a gun. Yeah. This is when I was a little bit less responsible with them. But like, I knew that there wasn't a fucking round chamber. I didn't keep it loaded ever. So like, I'd put it to my head and fucking pull the trigger. People would be fucking weirded out about it. I'd dry fire it on my head. Yeah. This motherfucker forgot he had a round in the chamber, dude, and did that. He was trying to fuck around. Clearly, it was like trying to just be like, hey, well, fuck my life, and tried to fucking fuck around. It only takes one time of you forgetting that you had a round chambered for everything to go black, and you're no longer chambering rounds anymore because you fucking shot yourself in the head. That's what he did. Yeah. He just forgot. Of course, those guys were all doped up in the middle of Oklahoma with fucking bunch of tigers around them. Like, they were fucking much methamphetamine in that show. There was a lot. They don't ever show. Yeah. You ever notice that? They never talk about it.
Yeah. No, there's a lot they don't show on there.
All those dudes.
Some level of the lack of intelligence there was.
For sure. The one guy, the journalist guy, the older dude, kind of mentions it. He says it like one time. He says there's just a bunch of methed out rednecks in the middle of Oklahoma that own tigers. He's like, that's basically what the whole thing was.
Basically, facts.
And he's interested as fuck by it, because I would be too. But like, because these guys are just fucking insane. They have like they have that fucking T4 shit, that explosive stuff. And
that T4.
Where they're blowing up fucking Carol Baskin, blowing her up and shit. Yeah. So stupid, dude. Recording it. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. The funeral for the kid is the worst part of that whole show. It was almost unwatchable. That's almost unwatchable.
That's part. Yeah, it really was.
I cringed that whole time. I was like, oh God, he's singing.
Yeah.
Joe's singing. Joe Exotic is. It's all about Joe.
All about Joe. Always was, always will be.
Always will be. He's made a dude gay. Like, made both. Those dudes were not gay dudes. Clearly not gay dudes. For real. I think they even say it. They both say like, I always dated women. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what is going on then? Like, you're making these men date you out against their will because you have money and you have tigers.
Because you have money and you have tigers.
And guns.
Yeah. And all those. And that, So
lots of
creates for a crazy mixture there.
Yeah. Shoots themselves in the head. So, you have any other NBA stuff? Because we just talked about fucking random shit for like.
Yeah, we did. Real quick. The Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young starting to play a little bit better. Keep an eye out for him. Started the series out really shaky. Granted, Jason Tatum didn't play that well yesterday night. But Trae Young starting to play well. Starting to go more towards his floater game than shooting Steph Curry. 35 footers. He's starting to get other teammates involved. So I'm interested to see how that mixes when Murray comes back. And we'll see if they can get that done. I still like. I still like the Celtics in the East, as well as the Bucks right now, as long as Giannis stays healthy. But yeah, watch out for the Hawks though.
Are you still You gonna stay on the Bucks train right now? Because you got okay. So right. Okay, so it's in the fourth quarter right now. You got a 103-97 Bucks with 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the Bucks. The Bucks. Honestly, the Bucks are done. But I mean, if I had to guess, regardless, even if they win this game, I think the Heat can come. I don't think they're coming back from 3-1. Not now, anyway. So take them out of the equation. But yeah, the East is going to be really interesting. Obviously, like I said, if the Celtics can, get past the Hawks. But I just like the way Trey is playing. That was really all that was about. Not to say that the Celtics won't win that series, but it was just the way that Trey is starting to play a little bit better, and he's not forcing all the stupid shit that he was early in the series.
I like that too, though, because I kind of talked a lot of shit on Trey Young. I have been for like his whole career basically, because I think that he's just he seems like a volume scorer to me, and I think we kind of said that. So it's good to see him actually take charge of that team.
We'll see, and that's the thing, Dan. It's like what was it? Was it last year or the year before when they beat the Knicks? He was going to his floater game a lot. He was getting inside, getting those push shots, and he was being creative. He wasn't settling for the three, and so early in the series against the Celtics, that's what he was doing. He wasn't getting that many people involved. He was shooting a high volume of threes, wasn't making that many, and wasn't trying to get inside, wasn't trying to mix it up, anything like that. And now it's finally starting to click. I think that has the potential to be a pretty good backcourt. Him and Murray, obviously, they've already shown it. I think, watch out for the Hawks in the future. So I just think, not to say that I don't think the Celtics will win that series, because they probably will. But, on the off chance, I'm just happy to see that, because, a lot of people this season were saying, they're going to trade him, trade Trey Young, all this stuff. So it's just kind of nice to see that, he's kind of pulled his head out of his ass. And in all reality, I mean, that's kind of what it is. He's pulled his head out of his ass, kind of limited his turnovers a little bit. Still there, obviously, but liability defensively, obviously. I mean, duh. But at the same time, when you're able to make like that, and they got some guys around there too. Jalen Johnson, former Dookie. Not getting a ton of minutes, but in his minutes he's active and stuff like that. So you gotta love that. Collins, I think Collins, this is probably his last year with these dudes. Yeah, Collins, this is probably it for him. Yeah, to be honest. I mean, he played really well last night, but it's just so hit or miss with him. It's not consistent enough. But yeah, just kind of liking what Trey Young's doing, but it's probably going to be the Celtics. I would like to see. I don't know. I mean, you can't count out Jimmy Butler if they're playing like that. But if it's just Jimmy Butler by himself, I don't know how far the Heat are going.
Your boy Kevin Love has 15 and 10, 5 of 9 from behind the arc.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Bam Adebayo, 12, 5 and 6. I mean, that's where you want him at.
And that's about right where you want him at, right there. Yeah.
Gabe Vincent has 19.
Robinson's got 3. So it just kind of depends. Butler's being efficient. It's obviously going to be the Heat, probably.
I think
regardless, but
dude, I think Duncan Robinson I think that he's just such a liability defensively that they almost can't.
Oh, facts. 100%. It's similar, not the same obviously, but it's similar to JJ Redick in that standpoint. JJ Redick could, do some things, coming off a screen, stuff like that. Right. But as far as defensively, are you shitting me? Oh my God.
I think JJ made a good average to above average defender when he was in the NBA, and that's literally just out of effort. He just put his body in. He just, you know what I'm saying? He just put effort on the defensive end, and then he put his body in front of people, and he used his fouls, and that's all you had to do. I think JJ was a good defender. At one time he was actually a above average defender, I think. So I think JJ, and he just the fucking cardio that guy had was fucking outrageous. He just was running the whole time.
We're always talking. If you ever listen to his podcast or anything like that. He was always talking about his regimen and everything, his workout regimen, what he did to get himself ready, not just in the season, but in the off season. And it's just, I mean, you gotta love what you do. You see with a lot of those guys, Ben Simmons, stuff like that. I mean, do they really love it? But then you have guys like JJ. It's like, oh yeah, no, like this is what I'm about. Like I get 1,000 shots up before I go home. So,
Right. And
yeah.
that makes the whole thing, because Ben Simmons clearly on paper better basketball player than JJ Redick, and
100%.
in real life JJ Redick better basketball player than Ben Simmons.
Question for you before we get out of here. I don't know if you've seen it. Dame Lillard to the Nets next year?
Is that just reported?
Well, I mean, did you see he was courtside? He's courtside, and he's friends with I think it was Miles Bridges. Friends with Miles Bridges.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
is Miles is in Brooklyn now?
Or is it Miles? Or what? Oh, shit.
You're thinking Mikal Bridges, the former son.
Mikal Bridges. My bad.
No, you're good, because there's a fucking bunch of those names that are all the same.
Yeah, for sure.
Every fucking buddy has to name
Bridges. Mikal Bridges. He's friends with Mikal. So
everybody has to name their fucking kid Miles or.
Yep, absolutely.
Like fucking what's the new one? Cade.
Yeah.
Cade and fucking weird shit. Yeah, because there's Michael and Miles Bridges. Miles is in
Charlotte. Charlotte. Yep.
Until he beat the shit out of his fucking girlfriend this last year. Yeah. I don't know how long his career is gonna last now.
Well, I was gonna say, and that's the sad part. He had a career in front of him. Also, real quick, shout out to what's his name? Hang on, timeout. I lost it. Memphis. He's a Memphis boy. I lost it.
Jaren Jackson?
No, Tillman. What's his first? Xavier Tillman. Xavier Tillman. Goddamn. Xavier Tillman.
Playing great.
Shout out to Xavier Tillman, former Michigan State Spartan. Fucking balling. Yeah. Absolute balling.
They had him switched on LeBron 2 nights ago.
And he was doing work too. He was giving him that work. He was giving that work. Kind of reminds you of a Randolph with Memphis a little bit. Kind of that same little deal there. Not exactly the same, obviously, but
I can see that.
Just one of those Michigan State Spartan guys gets out.
Udonis Haslem.
Udonis Haslem. There you go.
Kind of like a hard worker, glue guy, rebounds.
In game 2 or something like that, didn't he? He dropped like 30 some shit like that.
Yeah,
so Xavier
can shoot shout out. Awful lot of offensive rebounds.
Awful lot of offensive rebounds.
Gives
also, holy fuck, dude. Switching it now. The Twin Towers over there in Cleveland got dominated by the Knicks in the series, dude. Absolutely fucking dominated, and it was literally by one fucking guy, dude.
Yeah,
one guy did that for the Knicks. Holy shit.
That's like
Mitchell Robinson had coming into the night, Dan, had 22 offensive rebounds. 22 offensive rebounds. Well, no, in the series.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Wow.
In the series against the Cavs tonight. Finished with what did he finish with tonight? He finished with I think it was 18 or something. Or no. What did he finish with tonight?
Dude, that's he had 13 11 he had 13 18 13 and 18 he had 11 offensive rebounds.
That's right. 13 18 11 of those were offensive rebounds.
Oh my good god.
Yeah, I mean they were literally it was just second chance opportunities.
I mean, let's also not sleep on Mitchell Robinson. That dude is fucking huge.
Yeah, he is huge. Also hopefully Julius Randle gets better. He left He let's see what did he do. I think he rolled his ankle in the second quarter tonight. So hopefully he gets back. He hasn't really been that much of a factor for them so far in the series. RJ Barrett though. RJ Barrett, fucking Dookie. Finally, I mean, he's getting to the basket. I mean, he's playing the game of his life right now with these Knicks, and I think he'll be an X factor going forward if they want to continue. Do you know who
also beat up on those fucking Cleveland big guys? By the way, Cleveland the most disappointing team in the NBA this year by far.
For sure.
Because of what just happened.
Well, not only that, Donovan Mitchell, man, he hasn't been the same since he left the bubble in the playoffs. Donovan Mitchell.
This year I thought, he balled out in this whole fucking series though too. I mean, He had 28-7-5, 28-7-5 tonight. I think he averaged like 25 something. I mean, but yes, like this year, I thought Donovan Mitchell took a step into that second tier for me. Like he was like during the regular season, he took a step into that second tier.
Absolutely.
Dominant. And then they just fucking got into the playoffs and took a fucking shit everywhere. Evan Mobley, good God. His plus minus was -14. All right.
Yep.
Darius Garland was -16.
And I'm starting to question his offensive upside. I don't know. You know, I know he's young still. What is he's like, 21 and 23. He's still
really
a young dude. Yeah, still a young dude
21.
for sure. But yeah, 21. Okay, yeah, 21. So it's just one of those things for me where it's like, is that all he is offensively? Because if that's it, like, I don't know. I mean, he can battle with you, but I mean, they literally got fucking manhandled by Mitchell Robinson in this series. Fucking manhandled. Not only that. Shout out to
Obi Toppin.
Isaiah Hartenstein. Hartenstein in this series has been a fucking. He was a fucking gamer. Obi Toppin as well, but Hartenstein, doesn't get a ton of minutes, or I mean. With his limited minutes that he gets, I mean, he makes the most of it. So shout out to him as well. But yeah,
Emmanuel Quickly.
Yeah, he was kind of quiet this series for me. It kind of surprised me a little bit. But if they can get him going, holy shit!
Had 19 tonight.
19 tonight.
Yeah, had 19 tonight, and then
was that
Obi Toppin. No, he had 19 tonight. Yeah, Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin had fucking 12 points. All right, he catches alley-oops.
Points in the second half, all by himself. Yeah,
catches alley-oops. He fucking plays really good defense. Yep. He's huge too. I mean,
he can knock down a couple of threes for you as well. So that's huge.
He's a big guy too. I mean, he's listed at 6'9", but he's brick shit house 6'9". Like he's fucking
absolutely
every bit of 230 pounds. So like, and obviously we saw him in the dunk contest. Dude can fucking dude's a freak athlete. So like he plays good defense too, and
if it ends up being the Heat, obviously, which I'm sure it will be Heat. If it ends up being Heat Knicks, I think that's gonna be a series to watch for sure.
That's a classic. What a classic Eastern Conference Eastern Conference matchup.
Yeah, no doubt.
But fuck, dude, the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's so disappointing.
I don't know about the West anymore, Dan. I really don't know.
Shout out to Black Gene, from Cleveland. Huge fucking Cavs fan. I'm sure he's fucking hurting because they just got fucking rolled. He's a huge Cavs fan. He's a huge LeBron fan. He was on the LeBron. Well, he wasn't on the LeBron train with us. So he's from Cleveland. All signs would point to that he thinks the chosen one is the one. But
not necessarily.
No, he was a Jordan fan still because he was in his 50s.
Yeah.
So, like, I understand it, dude. You saw the whole thing. Like, we're seeing the new one now. So we're going to think, like, we're, products of our time as well. But, like,
I don't see our generation, Dan. 100%.
I don't see as big of a following because there's still people our age. A lot of them, most of them are still Jordan is the GOAT because that's what they're told too.
Yep,
so once you have that narrative in your mind, because I had that narrative in my mind when LeBron first started playing too, till like 2007, 8 probably, until I was like out of high school maybe. I had that. I didn't like LeBron. Like I watched I followed him very closely.
You didn't like LeBron. You
did not like LeBron. I watched all the games. Don't get me wrong. Like I fucking watched him very closely, but I was not because I was a Jordan guy, man. I got fucking Jordan shit.
Yeah, well, of course. I mean, we all, we all were,
There's a fucking picture still hanging around here somewhere. This is my grandma's old house. Michael Jordan that I drew for her. That's Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
It's just a big picture of Michael Jordan. Shitty as fuck. I was like 4 or 5. Just a shit picture. You could tell it's Michael Jordan, 23 on Bulls, whatever.
For sure.
But like that was I have Michael Jordan alive. Dude, I have like 500 Michael Jordan cards. Like I have a lot. Like I have a fucking whole book of Michael Jordan. So like that was the thing. I have holographic shit, fucking jerseys, all that stuff. So like he was my guy, and that's why I didn't like Ron. And until I just like stopped strangleholding my fucking opinion and realized that, holy shit, somebody can be as good. And like, yeah, I didn't see all of it. Okay. I watched it, but I was like,
same,
what? We were fucking
same.
6, dude. Like, you were younger than that.
I was gonna say I might not even been out of the womb.
You were fucking, yeah. You would have been young. So I didn't even officially really get to watch him until he was like 98. I remember those games. I can remember those 98 games. Like towards the end, the number 6, like that was
outside of what we had on YouTube, Dan, and NBA TV. I mean, it was Space Jam for me, Dan, for real.
Space Jam, huge thing, and my buddy, you remember, you know Lee Holman?
Oh yeah, Lee.
Okay, Lee, great guy. Fucking huge Jordan fan, great fucking basketball player. What talk about J. Will White Chocolate?
He's a
fucking Lee
guy
Holman
too, isn't he? Larry Bird.
He was a Bird guy, but he's a huge Jordan guy, dude. He used to have all the fucking. Oh yeah, he used to have all the fucking, like, he had VHS tapes of like there was a fucking Last Dance before there was Last Dance. There's been a bunch of Jordan documentaries and stuff. Like, this is mostly just like him just slaying people in the playoffs, right? It wasn't like a bunch of shit about him talking and stuff. It was just like him fucking slaying people in the playoffs, just highlights. And Lee was a fucking crazy good basketball player for how having zero and Lee, no offense, buddy, zero natural athletic talent. Fucking zero, and just went out there and was.
You should have won a state title, Leo. I'm sorry.
We should have. We should have taken it down. We didn't even fucking make it. We didn't even make it a state.
No.
We didn't fucking make it a state. Motherfucker hits a fucking full court.
Liberty and then, dude, are you kidding me?
Liberty was a fucking. So that team was fucking crazy loaded. So we had Holman, Fowler, Bartek, Mitch Liberty, Casey Huppert.
Yep.
Like, loaded, bro. Loaded. And then you got little white Draymond Green, this guy right here, 35, coming out of the fucking, just using up all them fouls, bud. Using up all them fouls, bud.
Throwing his elbows.
Absolutely. And getting a putback dunk every bit, every little bit sometimes. No. I'd have 2. I went 1 for 4 from the line. Shooting 51% from the line. Shot better from the field than I ever did from the free throw line. Not a good thing. Facts. No, but yeah, those teams were loaded. Fall City Tiger basketball.
I remember that like that shit was yesterday too.
Yeah,
they were
yeah,
good.
me too.
Those teams were good, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah, we came out to this is after Holman left, but we came out to Where It's At by Beck on the dun 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 dun. It was fucking so nasty. Like that's the nastiest. That's fucking props to Scott Burnett. Scott Burnett called that. He was like, "Hey, dude, this is the greatest basketball intro song of all time." He's like, "Listen to this shit." And I was like, "You know what I'm talking about? You know Where It's At by Beck? We'll have to play that if we had the fucking music rights.
We'll have to play. Yeah, if we had
I'm gonna send it to you just so you listen to it with your headphones on, because you're gonna be like, "Fuck, dude, this is the greatest basketball fucking come out song ever." Dude, we used to come out to that song, dude. Like, it's like, because it's so not.
I'm trying to remember it.
There's a destination a little up the road from the habitations in the town. I'll send it to you. It's fucking great, dude. But like, it's just so chill, but it's also perfect. Like the whole thing is so perfect. You just imagine. And like Scott Burnett totally called that. He was like, "Yeah, you guys need to come out to the song and check it out." And I was like, "Fuck yeah, we got it done."
Fuck yeah,
because it's not like Welcome to the Jungle or some stupid shit. You know, like it wasn't like some crazy like up in your face like metal song or anything. It's just so chill. But like at the same time, it works perfect.
And that song's so overplayed for where we were at. Welcome to the Jungle. They fucking play that shit like it was.
If I fucking hear The Boys Are Back in Town again around here, I'm gonna fucking snap. Like I'm just gonna snap out. I'm just gonna take every copy of that fucking song and destroy it. Like Boys Are Back in Town. If I have to fucking hear that, like they just ruined it for me. Like that and fucking and Welcome to the Jungle and fucking I Am Tiger. Eye of the Tiger.
Oh my
Jesus.
God, so overplayed. So over fucking played.
Eye of the Tiger is only playable if you see somebody jogging and you play it in your car as you drive next to them. That's the only time the Eye of the Tiger should be.
Also,
Sweet
played. Caroline too. They play that like after every win. I'm tired of that one too.
Did they really?
Yeah, or at least when I was
never remember that.
Yeah,
well,
when I was
in
high school, it was Sweet Caroline after every win.
That's some stupid fucking Boston Red Sox shit.
And I was just like, what are we doing?
what are we doing? Like, we're not in Boston. Right? Play some weird, we used to play cocaine.
Granted, we didn't start winning until my senior year anyway. So
did it go through another fucking? It goes through cycles like that, or it's like you build up to a certain point. I mean, it's a lot of, it's literally, dude, it's not even about athletic talent at that point because it's high school. Like nobody, like it's literally just about like fucking. It's about cohesiveness. It's about how much teams play together. You want a perfect example? The Auburn High School in Nebraska, not any fucking good at basketball. They were good at football, not any good at basketball. Guy named Jim Weeks comes out of Beatrice High School, from a B school, comes to fucking Auburn. What's Auburn do? Back-to-back sit out of fucking nowhere because of a coach. So imagine that's how fucking important coaching and cohesiveness and game plan is in high school sports, where you don't even have to change the athletes. He did it in a fucking off season. He did it in an off season.
For sure.
Didn't even need a year.
For sure. Just ask my cousins. They know about championships. But the Sacred Heart girls get it almost every year, man.
Oh yeah. Well, you're playing. Let's not even get into that because
I'm just saying. The talent is the same though.
At least switch to D1. You got to at least give me the bump up to D1. You're getting enrollment for D1. You guys know that you're getting enrollment for D1. You keep it under a certain level so you can play in that D2 and you can fucking dominate. I love Dougie Goltz to death. I'm just talking about the girls though. That's it. Oh, Sano's a stud. Those guys are studs. I get it. I'm not saying it's easy to do. I'm really not. But what I am saying is like that consistency is fucking ridiculously hard. Like for them to do that consistently over that many years.
I was just comparing it because that's like that preparation type shit you were talking about.
It is.
That's what that is.
Right. You can change, and like Sacred Heart does it. Obviously, talent wise, you're going to have a little bit of advantage because sports are emphasized at Sacred Heart. You would agree with that, right? Like it's pretty 100%. Emphasized. Okay, so
it's like a cult over there.
It is, and it's a good thing.
In a way.
Yeah. No, it's a good thing.
Where that is the lack on the other side of the coin.
Right. And you have because you have the cult in two ways. You got Catholicism and you got the sports. But that's terrible. But it's emphasized. It's a culture.
Mm-hmm.
It's a culture.
I can't necessarily say Fall City was a culture.
No, it wasn't. Sports is not a culture in Fall City. That's also because it's a public school. There's a lot of things that private schools can do. As you can keep enrollment under a certain level if you want to. You can do a lot of things that public schools just aren't gonna be able to do. Like if you're like, we just have to have the enrollment that like Fall City Public had to have the enrollment that they had.
Yeah.
If we were Class B that year, we were Class B because more kids went to the school that year. That was it. There's no, the like I would love to have control over a program where you can fucking be like, hey, we don't need. We're good for this year on it. Let's keep it respectable. Like I get it, dude. I don't bag on Sacred Heart at all. I used to all the time.
Real quick, if we could mesh sports, we would have had. That would have been some crazy fucking teams. Like if you put my cousin on, if you put like Joe Sano on like some of those Fall City teams,
we'd have to go. Think about.
I'm just saying, like hypothetically, like I'm just saying, like if you were able to mix those teams, and holy shit.
How about Shelby Jordan? And Matthew Sells? Matt Sells was like fucking 6'4". Matt Sells fucking is it not O'Grady? Yeah, a bunch of the O'Grady's. Simons. You mix the Simons in there. Some of the Simons did go to public school, but like Steve Simon was a fucking stud. Steve Simon still was 6'6". You mix Shelby Jordan with but that was like Brett Druba and those guys. Monkey, Matt Kirkendall and shit. Like it would just be some crazy looking teams, basically. Like just some fucking huge. You'd have to move up. You'd have to move up to B, but still, ain't no concern. Ain't no concern.
I'm just saying, if we're all about hypotheticals on this show, I would love to see a mixture of that.
Throw Charlie Hankins. You remember Charlie Hankins? Charlie Hankins played left tackle, so he would have been when I was a freshman. He was a senior, so he a little above your time. But Charlie Hankins was like 6'6", 270, left tackle, athletic, big. Like some of those fucking lines were ridiculous, and those teams just got fucking hammered. I got hammered. Like I just got fucking killed the first 2 years I played football, dude. Just got fucking fucked up. Every game we lost by 30 points. Every fucking game. I'm playing the whole fucking second half as a freshman on varsity because we're down by so many points.
You're down by so many.
We're just running in fucking subs, right? And so I'm just getting my ass kicked, and it helped us. It helped us for sure because then we got to move down. We're like, oh shit, we're gonna fucking feast now. But but yeah, we had to play like fucking Omaha teams, fucking Lincoln, Benson, and like Omaha Benson and shit. These fucking huge ass schools. But like, yeah, it's good to get your ass kicked. Basically, is what I'm trying to say, I guess.
Yeah,
like you should learn. You should lose.
Learn how to lose. Learn how to
lose a lot. Like lose a lot your whole life because that's failure and that's what creates success. And if you don't learn from it, it's failure. Seriously, like you just fail. Like it's the only thing I don't like about the Sacred Heart culture is like they never lose. Those kids are going into college as winners the whole time. So when they get into college and they're not the top of the food chain and they get beat, it is tough for some of them to recover from. It's like Trevor Lawrence, dude. So Trevor Lawrence took 2 years basically because he lost like 2 games all the way through high school and college. At the highest level, Trevor Lawrence went like 75-2 or something like that. And then he gets to the NFL getting spanked all over the place, had no idea how to handle it. Had no idea. He was like, I should be better than everybody else. Why are we not just winning? Because I'm here. Like it was weird. But I mean that Sacred Heart's the fucking most storied fucking sports franchise in Nebraska history. Name me another one that everybody knows from everywhere. People in fucking Western Nebraska know who Sacred Heart is because they're in the fucking state championship of Class D2 every year. Every single fucking year. And that's where people know the name from is because they're on TV every fucking year. They play in almost every single playoff, almost every single state championship every single year. That kind of consistency is never going to be disrespected from me. I respect the fuck out of those dudes. I respect the fuck out of Doug Goltz. I wish Doug Goltz would have fucking moved up into college. Honestly, I think he could have been a fucking great college coach. But like, why would you? If you're just going to win 700 some games, you're just going to win 700 basketball games? Get the fuck out of here. He's like 759 and like fucking.
Well, shit, he's got both. He's got football and basketball.
Yeah. How many? Well, he's won more basketball titles. So he had he's got like 8 or 9 or 10 basketball titles or something like that. Something stupid. I know he's the all-time winningest. He's the all-time winningest high school basketball coach in Nebraska history. He's got like 800 some wins. We'll have to look that up, but.
Yeah, well,
we'll just do one of these weeks. We'll just do like a 15-minute
creep up, Dan. Until the Santos.
They're on the run, buddy. Did they start as young as Goltz did though? Because Goltz was fucking young, bro. Like I think Goltz was like out of college. You gotta go. He wasn't that young. He's been coaching for like 40 fucking years, dude. And he looks like he's fucking 40 still somehow. He's been coaching for 40 years. It looks like he's 40. Do you know the only thing I ever heard Doug Goltz say about me? One of the funniest things I've ever heard. I heard this from a Sacred Heart player. We're scrimmaging them at Pritchard Auditorium, and I'm just running around fucking chicken with my head cut off. I'm fucking fouling everybody, just playing football, dude. Just playing football, cussing, fucking yelling in people's faces, just doing the whole thing. They almost had to kick me out of the game and shit. I had like 15 though at half.
You wouldn't see that shit live now though, Dan, would you?
What do you mean?
City versus Sacred Heart scrimmaging.
They don't do that anymore. We used to get fucking dirty with it, dude. That was where dudes could beat the shit out of each other from different schools. That's where we used to fucking take it out.
Anyway,
yeah. Sorry, but like, yeah, we're just running. Everybody is though. Like everybody's pretty fucking fired up, and you know how I got fired up. So like, I'm out there just running around, fucking going crazy. But I have like 15 points though, because I'm just getting fucking fast break layups and shit, dude. I'm just fucking balling. And Doug Goltz. At halftime, sits the players down, walks around for a second. He said, "This is in the locker room." Sits down. They're down by like 10 points. He walks around. He's like, Daniel Warner is the worst. He goes, Daniel Warner is the worst fucking basketball player I've ever seen in my life. He goes, how in the fuck is he beating us right now. He's like, he's the worst basketball guys. He's the worst basketball player we're going to play against all year. He goes, you're letting him get in your heads. Is this what's what we're doing? We're letting him get in your head. He's like, he's killing us. He's the worst basketball player I've ever seen. I just thought that was so funny. I brought it up to him a couple years later. I was like, he's like, I never said that. I said, I fucking know that you said that because I heard
Bev, baby. That
Pat Bev
effect.
Pat Bev streaking out. Pat Bev streaking out had 28, bro. Pat Bev streaking out had 28. Hit 14 layups.
Highlight of your career.
14 layups. I think I hit one jumper right there in the middle just to fucking cap it off.
Highlight of your career. It wasn't even wasn't a game that could count. But Dan said, "I'm gonna take that to the bank."
Take it. No, dude, I used to fucking dominate JV games.
I believe it.
When I was a sophomore.
I believe it.
It's like me and Shane Buttrick. You remember Shane Buttrick?
Oh yeah, Shane. Yeah.
Shane, 5'2".
Yeah,
just out there fucking killing people.
Yeah. His brother.
Full court passes. That's all we do. We do the patented LeBron James. Fucking full court passes. Nobody's even on to that yet. He was just like, yeah, football style.
Dan wasn't even looking. Dan.
Nope. It was football, dude. He's just playing football with me. See ya. Get him.
Yeah.
Go get that layup.
Go for it. Go get it. I love it.
All right, man. Donnie Hogue, same type of shit. Said, hey, when Werner is on, it is pretty, and when he is off, it is fucking ugly. That's the best thing I've ever heard. But I was like, yeah, it's pretty true. It's true.
Pretty accurate. Pretty accurate.
True. It's relaxing.
Shout out Donnie Hogue too. Yeah,
fucking love Donnie Hogue. I hug Donnie Hogue every time I see him, dude. That guy's a fucking legend. That guy's a legend in his own right.
Love Donnie.
The stamp. Talk about getting your ass kicked. He got his ass kicked for a long time, bro. And he fucking perseverance. Keep pounding through that shit. Because he got his fucking ass kicked. He got fucking his ass kicked by other teams and his own teams for a while. They hated him. They just fucking hated him. I don't know why. Because there's a lot of fucking prima donna fucking. We won't go into that, but there was a lot of dudes who were not.
Because he was trying to make them work. That's why.
And it was in the culture, like it's just a new guy who you don't want to, you don't want to follow new, what I'm saying? Like you don't want to follow the new guy's fucking regiment. And like he had it rough at first. They used to fucking stop practices in the middle of it.
Loved his mentality though and his approach. Every single day.
Right? Consistent.
Loved
fucking great dude. He got guys to play behind him.
Through a fucking brick wall, and I didn't
absolutely
make you run through a fucking brick wall.
Absolutely, great dude. You just liked playing for him because you knew he was you knew he was there for you too, and that's that's the thing. That's what makes it good. As far as
coach at the end of the day, for
X's and O's goes, I don't even know if fucking Hugg's a good X's and O's coach. To tell you the truth, I don't even care because he's like that's. He was, and he knew what he was doing. He ran play. We'd listen. But as far as he was just a raw. He got guys to play for him, and that's if you say that about a coach, that's what all coaches want, right?
That defensive mentality too was just next level. That's right. That's that mentality from when you were there to when I was there. Was that defensive mentality? So
right. Michael Hittner.
Yep.
Michael Hittner. I know there's not a lot of people called Michael Hitler me. They were like, that's Werner just new. It's like that's the new one. He was a little bit smaller, but same kind of shit. I knew that he didn't talk as much shit as I did. I know that he did his stuff pretty quietly, but yeah.
I guess I would have equated him to Jared Elliott, but I'll give
that's
you
interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, no, dude, Elliott had a fucking beautiful shot. One of the prettiest jump shots I've ever seen.
I don't know if he necessarily had the beautiful shot, but just as far as just floor general type stuff.
Yeah. So and more, definitely more of like a fucking ball handler. I wasn't fucking handling the ball. I played power forward, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Power fucking forward.
You and Alan Feek were like the same.
Interesting. I've heard that name before. I guess I never.
If I'm watching, you and Alan Feek are pretty much the same. Both played running back. Both are just not necessarily basketball dudes. Just kind of chicken head cut off. Just fucking
athletes.
Workhorse. Just did the dirty shit.
Right. Right. Get elbowed in the face and yeah.
Maybe land a couple elbow. Land the elbows yourself. So.
I'm like Happy Gilmore.
100%.
I spent the most minutes in the penalty box, and I'm also the first guy to take my skate off and try and stab somebody with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We got a Facebook. Yeah. What is this? Hey, Facebook user. Can you like down below so we can see?
Like and subscribe.
Who you are? I see the laughy face.
We love you.
It only must be somebody who is from Fall City. Because we've been talking about Fall City sports like the last.
Yeah, we've been on Fall City for a hot minute.
Talking about Donnie Hogue and shit. It probably is Donnie Hogue. It comes up, he likes it, and it's just Donnie Hogue.
Donnie P.
Like, Donnie, what up, bro?
Donnie P.
I would be so honored
if
Donnie Hogue would tune into our show. We should actually I think we should just get fucking Don.
For like 5 minutes.
Yes, we should get Donnie.
You know what I mean?
I'll get on it. I got his number. I got his number. I'm just kidding.
I do too. We can.
I really don't have his number, but I got him on Facebook. I got him on Facebook.
I got his number. We can.
Do you really? Do you really? Yeah. Send me Donnie's number. He's gonna be like, "Why are you guys exchanging my number?" So,
facts.
Yeah. Well, let's both ask him. We'll get him on here. Let's both ask him. Get him on here. We'll talk a little bit. Fall City basketball.
Donnie. We'll hit you up on Facebook.
We'll hit you up and we'll get you. We're gonna get you on the show because I think he deserves to be on the show. How many interviews has that guy done about his fucking basketball coaching career? He's done a lot, but he ain't ever done this show.
No, he ain't done this show like this.
Donnie, this show's gonna skyrocket you into a whole new level of stardom that you've never seen before.
We'll put the Tigers. We'll make a theme in the background. Just all
there are fucking 14 people watching this show right now. So like Don, I don't know if you've ever seen that kind of media before, bud, but this is a whole new level for you, man.
We take it to the next level. This is more than KTNC and Sunday 101. I bet your ass.
You got it. You're gonna have to deal with me again, but that's the thing that you're gonna have to deal with. All right, that's the thing you're gonna have to deal with. But
and I'll just throw shade at you because he's a Jordan guy because he's a big North Carolina fan. So
I've never had that conversation with him, but I guarantee. Oh, he's got to be. Age-wise and everything, it just lines up straight down the line for us.
We're gonna be like 5 seconds in, and he's just gonna cut the feed.
He's gonna lose it.
I can't do this. I can't.
Well, he's just gonna lose it on air, and we're gonna be like, we're all gonna lose it all together. It's gonna be like it's gonna be a fiasco. It's gonna go viral. Telling you, man. Get that. Now we'll get Donnie on. I also want to get. Honestly, I'd love to get Doug Goltz on here too.
Also, real quick, I was
and Sanos.
Yeah, we need to get Joe on the show. I can get Joe on the show for sure.
Yes, Joey. And
I can get Joe.
We should probably just start doing a segment of like.
Also, Jimmy Langan. I can get. He inquired about it, so I'm trying to get Jimmy Langan on the show.
Really?
Yeah.
So Jimmy knows there's a show, huh?
He saw it. Yeah, he saw it. I was because he follows me on Facebook, and so
okay.
We were at Kincaidor over here in Lincoln, and he was. I was trying to get on like before I went on vacation, but then he backed out on me. I was trying to get him on. He wanted to talk about John Morant, so
let's do it. Let's get him on.
He's a big jaw guy, so yeah.
Yeah, I think that Stagger. I think we should do, and we could talk about this after we get off here. But we should definitely do. We should just do a Fall City. We'll just do a Southeast Nebraska local sports kind of thing.
Absolutely.
I wanted to go that direction with you anyway. Eventually, like I think I told you about that. But I just didn't know how much it would, how much it would garner. But I think it would. Bring up. It would bring up some interesting stuff. Some very interesting things. And there's so many fucking interesting people that we could have on that know the game.
Yeah. And know what we're talking about. And not only with the game, but then with the city too. Like we could mix that in there. So it'd be a nice little.
Absolutely.
Nice little.
I think we get a viewership from Fall City, honestly.
I love it.
Fall City people like Fall City things to be on.
Absolutely, yeah. Any free press is good press.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, they just don't. They're not going to get talked about it the whole time. It's
no, not at all. Yeah, no. I mean, we're not going to be like downtown, like going live because
Right. Well, I mean,
children.
If we get big enough, Stacks. I mean,
I'm just saying. Well, we can call a Fall City game.
Dude, I can G-rate the fuck. I can G-rate the fuck out of this thing. I can G-rate the fuck out of this thing. I'll shave, wear a suit. I'll shave, wear a suit. I'll do play-by-play, bro. That's what I went to college for, man. That's what I wanted to do. Was do play-by-play. John Sciambi and shit.
I did too. Yeah.
Did you? Okay, so there you go. We can definitely. I mean, I know
did.
you can fucking professional it up. You do it on a daily basis. You work in the industry. You know.
That's what I do.
I like to say I work in trading cards. It's not the same thing. No.
No, but either way, that's a cool thing, and we should do that, and we should get more people on. It'd be fun.
Yep. So let's work on it next week.
Let's.
We'll get we're gonna have Goltz and Hogue on, and we're just gonna I'm just gonna exit us. Watch. And we're just gonna let them go. I'm just gonna leave them on there. And just make them awkwardly stare at each other for a second, and then I'll just write a question.
So, what do you guys want to talk about?
Yeah, I'll just write a question and then just put it on the screen and be go. No,
championships? Question mark.
Championships. Let's go. This layout. You guys have to run this defense. What works? Yeah, dude. All right. Yeah. Hey. Stay on here. We'll talk about it soon.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
14 people, Stacks. We changed 14 people's lives.
Yes, we did. Absolutely.
All right, buddy.
All right.
This is we're gonna be back next week for sure because we're gonna do some. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Peace,
all right, guys.
y'all.
Have a good night. Let me get this thing queued up here because I forgot that I'm producing because I
you are producing. That is factual.
How much of the load do I have to carry, Stacks?
I mean, I can do some shit. You just got
no, not you. I'm actually just I'm taking hits at Josie. And Erica. Where the fuck is Erica at? We have a producer for this fucking show.
Yeah, especially when we get to Fall City, people, we need to look professional, Dan. Professional.
Yeah. So I shouldn't be doing what I do and making magic.
You're the host.
I shouldn't be making magic and then having to do
Erica,
all the stuff.
Dodger games. Let's get this
don't get me wrong. I can fucking do it because I'm a stud. But let's.
Well, yeah, you can do.
We can do
everything.
We can do it.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.